opportunity that we can't pass on.
Kia ora and welcome, folks. We're here for the second half of the day, and what a day it's been. Day 2 here, Fly Palmy Arena. I tell you what, we've got Te Kura o Te Kotu and Te Aroha up next. Cannot wait for this one. This is a Girls A quarterfinal, and so let's see who has the goods to go through to the next round.
E te ti, e te tā e hoa mai, nau mai hoki mai anō ki te papuioia ki tēnei kēmu. Hi kakarau atu ko ngā tima e rua ko te kura o te kōutu, raua ko te Aroha College. Kia ora everyone and welcome back to Palmerston North, what promises to be an exciting matchup between te kōutu and te Aroha College. My name is Sabio Greg alongside me. Greg, honestly such a scintillating matchup coming up.
I tell you what a beautiful intro that was from you, Rangatira Tobes. Always an absolute pleasure to work with you up here in the booth. We can have a look at these two teams. We'll get things underway with Te Aroha College. So we've got Sky De Theory, Amelia Green, Perrin Diprose, Keela Younger, Alice Melrose, Amohia Waititi, Tanika Parore, Ariana Parker, Tanessa Duke, Nicole Logan, Coach Tash Lendon, Assistant Coach Poki Lendon, and Manager Megan Diprose.
Lovely to see a family affair for a lot of these schools. You see kids, parents all coming in together. Lovely to see them all supporting each other here at the Whakataitai. Engari ko te kuru o te kōutu, te kuru kōutu's lineup. We've got Alia, Stone Taylor, Amaya Edwards, Arihia Bennett, Dylan Rewita, Carly Kaio, Marewa Wairea Tamai, Ngahirata Jennings Haumaha, Taya Douglas Kingi, Taya Grace, Tia Raukura Leach, Tyler Jazz, Inia McGarvey, me te kaiako, their coach Moana Douglas Meki, assistant coach Leighton Ngawaka, and their manager Mariah Douglas. Ko mātakitaki kia hau I tētai kēmu o te kōutu, tino kaha, tino tere, te āhuatanga o tā rātou tākaro. I've already seen Te Kura o Te Kōutu play a couple games actually over the course of the past couple of days. Whew, getting myself tongue-tied. And they come out with a really, really fast, energetic and physical style of basketball. And that physicality is something we've seen across the board at this tournament.
Now, I got to catch them last year, haven't got to witness the action so far this year. Very happy to be calling this one. I tell you what, at the end of the tournament, phenomenal Kura o Te Kotu. So that, you know, when very well, very vividly from that tournament, you know, as such a powerful haka. You know, it's these schools in particular that I love to see, and yeah, I hope to see some more powerful. You can feel the aura, the wairua up here.
The
you know,
wairua.
We've got the on this beautiful, majestic court. Rangatira Tobes, absolute pleasure here, as I said earlier, to be here with you. Now, you said have you witnessed both of these teams or just Te Kura?
Kaore noa hau kia mātai Te Kura o Te Kōutu play a couple times, but as you mentioned, champions last year, and a lot of those players who were part of that winning team coming back. So it's their work cut out for them against this Te Kōutu side. As you see both teams, e uruana ki te kōti, ko Te Kōutu e tākaro ana I te kōwhai, ko Te Aroha e tākaro ana I te whero. We'll have Te Aroha coming out. And actually don't mind seeing that.
I liked you before, but I love you even more for that as well. your nickname, isn't it? Is Te Aroha? Is it the love?
Something like that. It's the love that I give. As we see the referees, Ngā Kaiwa Wao, Amorangi Webster and Thomas Studholm, plenty of aroha actually for all of our kaupapa would not be able to go ahead as we get underway. Nō reira, he kēmu tino hikaka kei te haere engari kia hau nei ko te aupiki o tēnei pō, ko tēnei hononga I Wainganui I Māua. Big game to come, but no doubt, I'm sure the highlight for everyone listening will be the reigniting of our dynamic commentary duo. Honestly, such a treat whenever we get together, bro.
Speaking of a treat, my friend, we've got a kuruwhiwhi toru of all things to get us underway here in this one. And if that is an example of what we're about to see over the next 3 and almost, you'd almost say 4 quarters, only 30 seconds of Puahutukotu being played at the moment, I'm excited.
Aira, bro. Engari, koe rā te āhuatanga o ēnei rangatahi katoa, ne, tino whakapono wana rātou ki o rātou pūkenga, tino koi hoki o rātou pūkenga. That's something that we've seen from all of these rangatahi over the course of the week. They really back themselves, and they back themselves with some sharp skills as well. They may still be young, but these players really showing their expertise. Amazing to see it across the board.
I also love to see the aroha, not just from Te Aroha, and just in general, when you've got the wahine playing, you see the tane in the background there, just here to support the girls and vice versa. And it's so good when you're on the road and you're playing in a place like this. It's so good to have people in your corner, your friends, whānau. You know, not everyone can make the trip. We're lucky to be able to broadcast this on Whakata Māori to people all throughout the motu, which is phenomenal. So those people that can't make it here, I know it's a lot to come away for a week to get leave or anything like that. So it's so good we can bring this to the people all around the motu. And Toby, day 2 for you. What have you enjoyed so far about this tournament?
Ko tētahi mea tino pai kia hau, ko te kaha, ko te māro o te āhuatanga o te tākaro o ētahi o ēnei rangatahi, kaore rātou I te mataku ki te whakamahi pai o rātou tinana ki te whawhai. Ko rā te āhuatanga o ēnei rangatahi e tino kai whawhai rātou. Something I've loved to see over these past couple of days is none of these teams are afraid to get physical. They may still be young, but they play a hard-hitting style of basketball, and the fight that we've seen from both these teams. But in particular, actually, in this single-A girls tournament, I've had the privilege of commentating a lot of matches in this bracket, and ko ēnei kōtiro katoa, tino hikaka, tino kaha rātou, I a rātou e tākaro ana noira, he mea miharo tērā kia hau, as we see Te Koitu piling on the early pressure.
Things you love to see. And a 7-3 lead early here for Te Kura o Te Kotu. And again, that pressure you just spoke of. Dialed up like the boombox, the JBL they had going early. They played a bit of the Lion King, and I haven't seen, Toby, you, for a slender Ngāti Pālangi man, you were moving your body in ways I have never seen.
Me pono te koro I te iwi I mua I tērā I te whakatangi rātau I a Nicki Minaj. They had some Nicki Minaj on before that, and I don't know what it does to me, bro, but something about that, when I hear a bit of super bass, it just gets me going.
I'm concerned deeply. We'll look at maybe some sort of counselling for you, my friend.
Nicki Minaj is my counsellor, bro. She's everything I need. As we see Te Koitu, e whakahoki ana driving again. Early on, we're seeing te nama tua toru mai Te Koitu ko Kāli Kaia o tira. E tuana mehe pau. Mā tā rātou whakaekinga. We see her working as a bit of a attacking pillar. We've seen that from quite a few teams. What they'll do is they'll take their star players and they'll use them almost as distributors on offense. And we can already see Te Kura o Koitu. She's the one standing up for them at the moment.
Yeah, nice basket there from Perrin Dipros. Little mid-range jumper. The kuruwhiwhi toru is up, and it is good.
Neti no, MΑORI no mā ēnei rangatahi. Na me te mea nei he Ngāori no tēnei hakina kina katoa. Making it look so easy are these youth. Got to be honest, making my own skills look a little bit pathetic at the moment. I'm not sure if they actually know that they're allowed to miss.
Marewa, Wairea, Tamai with the kuruwhiwhi toru. Great exponent of shooting that 3-ball. Impressive early.
Aira, no reira, ko te wero mā te aroha, kua timata tino pai, kua timata tino tere. a te kōutu no reira me pēhea rātou e whakautu I taua taumahatanga. Me pēhea rātou e whai ngā ara ki te whakawhiti I taua taumahatanga kia te kōutu anō. One of the challenges now for Te Aroha, we're seeing te kōutu come out the gates so strong as the kuruwhiwhi toru goes up. The challenge now for Te Aroha is how they can get back on the front foot. We know how important early momentum is, and they need to make sure they can put some of that pressure back on the team from Rotorua.
One of those ways they'll be able to do so is what Sky to Theory just did by example, getting that offensive tūrapa and putting it home to narrow that lead just to Toru.
Rawe. E poro te koro e tai wā ka rarua hau ki ngā nama no reira ka waiho ia hau taiwa mahi ki a koe. As some of you who have watched my previous games will know, I'm not exactly a mathematician. I tend to get confused if the number isn't one I can count out on my fingers. So I might leave the math to you, just for the sake of everyone at home.
So if you're struggling with maths, yeah, you're the reo expert. We could be in trouble here. Whānau at home.
Bear with us, Te Iwi. The vibes will carry us through. I think the fact that you say maths and not math, and I say math, is probably sign enough of where we're at relatively. Engari, kea te kōutu e naia nei, ko raua ngā tangata e rua, mārewa wairea tāmai I te hingareti te kau me kāli kaia I te tua toru e mahi ana. Hei whakahaere I ngā kai whakaeke me te kuru whiwhi toru. Ko te āhua nei, ko te nama waru tera a Maya Edwards. Ko taku he, Aaliyah Stone Taylor, already the math letting me down. Beautiful three from that left-hand side. I think that's 3 from 3 on threes.
We have one of the most impressive offensive starts for any game I've seen so far in this tournament. What a show so far from these young wahinas. We've got a fast break now.
Doing a bit of everything is te nama, te kaumatahi Aaliyah Stone Taylor mai te mahi ārai ki te whakaeke kei ngā wāhi katoa ia ienei wā. Ia tātou e rongo ana I etahi o ngā tāne mai te kura e tautoko ana I o rātou hoa as we hear the boys from Te Kōutu. Great to see them out supporting their girls and really giving some vocal support from that sideline.
Yeah, that's such a good thing to see. And as well, it's just when your Tane and your Wahine both can qualify for this tournament, you know, it goes such a long way to have a bit of a support crew. And they're vocal too. I've really noticed in particular in the A grade or the A group side of things, the travellers, everything are just so vocal and love to see it.
Aira, ko te hika ko te rangatahi tērā, ia te aroha e kōkiri ana. Ko te nama whātera Sky te Thierry, driving up the middle, resets out the back, just weighing up their options. Tērā pēr he kuru kei te haere.
And the chants go up in the background. Rangatira Tobes.
You can't say they don't bring the hype as the Kōutu run that shot clock down. Nō reira, kia rātou anō, ko te āhua nei he wā hiki, kua karangatia e te kaia ko. Or Te Aroha looks like a timeout call by the Te Aroha coach.
Gives us a chance to go through the Caltex Good Sport Award. So this award goes to someone here at the event who has done amazing things to help others, made a huge effort or inspired those around them by going well over and beyond. Head to the BBNZ socials to enter. This award will be presented at the awards ceremony after the AA finals on Saturday. Entries close at 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday, 2nd October.
How good. He mea whakamaumahara kia koutou e te iwi kataia e mātou ngā kaipapa oho te whakatūria. As you may not be aware, us commentators can be nominated for those awards if you feel so inclined. But I'm not sure I would put myself up there because as we've seen over the course of the week, over the course of the 2 days, we've still got the week to come, te taumata me te toko maha o ngā kaiawhina I konei. Just the standard and number of volunteers we have here at this kaupapa. Mei kore ake rātou e kore tēnei kaupapa e tū. Engari, nā rātou e taia nei e o mātou, o tātou rangatahi te tākaro I a rātou ha kina kina. It's because of their hard work that these rangatahi can even play their sport. So that award, really a fantastic opportunity to recognise some of the fantastic work all our volunteers do.
Yeah, not just volunteers as well, also parents. We know all the mahi that goes in behind the scenes. Some of the drives to practice, putting the kai on the table and everything as well. Some of the long, arduous hours you can be at games for. Finding a car park, all the small things, it all adds up. It all adds up.
Oh, the parking. Engari tērā pia. E tono tēnei kia koutou. Ngā mātua te hapori o te koutu e mātakitaki mai ana. Kore kore ka he taku wete reo no reira whakatika mai. This is just a little request to anyone from te koutu watching on. I understand that my Māori grammar may not be exactly on the point at many occasions. Please do correct me. I am still learning.
What is your socials, Toby, if they need to get hold of you?
Socials, oh man, I wasn't thinking I was going to plug my Instagram, but at Toby Tana, Tobytanaa. I mean, not often that you get to put your Instagram out there, but I feel like I'm making a good use of the opportunity.
I was surprised this wasn't at Rangatira.
Might need a little name change in there at some point. Might need to actually pātai atu ki ngā tangata pairau atu o te koutu mihe mea katai o te pera. I might just ask the lovely people at te koutu whether they're going to allow me to make that change and use that nickname. As we see te aroha, mahi paitera e kōkiri ana ki te tūkohu me te kuru peke mai te nama te kau mātahi. That was number 11, Nicole Logan, looking to get the jump shot up. Couldn't quite get it to land and now drawing the foul as well. Te koutu, pressure on.
The hoop and the hara as we see the replay here. Great outlet pass, great skill set there. And just the arms were up initially, Toby, and then they came down. And that's all it takes for an easy call there for the referee. I've got to shout out the referees too. They've been doing an outstanding job. You mentioned about a sport, or the sport wouldn't be possible without volunteers. Now, what it definitely wouldn't be possible as well is without referees. So, shout out to the boys and girls, the men, the women, everyone that dons a GJ Gardner shirt, has the whistle. You've been doing an outstanding job. You should be very proud of yourselves.
Ara tautoko I tērā e hoa. Ia tātou kite ana I te koutu. Ko te taumahatanga e āhua whakahapapa ana ki runga I ngā kaitākaro te aroha ko taua āputa. But on te aroha, that gap already at 14. Mehe mea ko koe te kaiako o tēnei tima mai te aroha. He aha au whakaro, he aha au whakatena ki au kaitākaro hei mau tonu ki te whakapono ahakoa tērā pia te ua o tēnei timatanga. If you were the coach of this te aroha side and you're looking at that scoreboard, what kind of encouragement are you up despite what has been a difficult start?
Yeah, definitely stay the course. They're getting some good looks. It's that transition offense. Takura Otakotu really pushed the ball at a very impressive pace. And look at the defense as well. They're just dialing it up. And that full court pressure, sometimes you want to roll it out in that first quarter just to see how the other team will react. You know, sometimes with that press, it's all about just slowing the offense down and getting people out of their rhythm. However, it looks like Takura Otakotu are looking for the steal early, and that's really causing a lot of pressure for Te Aroha College. So, I don't know, it's a tough one. You've got to be able to break that press. And if you can't break that press, Toby, could be a long, arduous evening for the young wahine.
Ai, koera te pātai, tai noa ki tēnei wai, te wiki me pēhea koe e whakamutsu ia te koutu. That has been the question so far this week, and no doubt will continue to be the question, is how do you stop te koutu? Such a powerful team. And as you say, that strong press, just so hard to deal with. Engari te aroha, just running out of time on the shot clock there. I'm not sure she had an eye on the time. Engari, ko te mea nui kia whakapono tonu rātou kia rātou anō. He roa tonu tēnei kēmu, he roa te wai e toi ana. Kia rātou te āheinga, kia rātou ngā pūkenga ki te whai tētai ara hauwe ki te hoki ki tēnei kēmu. Still plenty of time on the clock. They still have the skills to get back into this game. But as you say, just need to stay the course. As the kuru whiwhitoru goes up from that left-hand side, that is te nama te kaumatahi anō. Alia Stone-Taylor, she is ready to let it fly.
I'm very interested to maybe have a korero at some stage with Coach Moana Douglas. I'd love to know what Takura or Takotu does for their cardio. I'd love to maybe bring that into my own lifestyle, because these young ladies are fit to be able to play defense like that. Sort of the full court is, you know, that can empty the tank really quick, and these young wahine are just to perfection. Te Aroha, good to see them though. The scoreboard ticking over. They creep close to that double digits.
Aira, I ngā kupu o tētahi o ngā tino tangata o tēnei kaupapa, I ngā kupu o Zeb. He kemu o ngā oma tēnei. In the famous words of Zeb, for those of you who had the absolute pleasure of listening to him commentate over the past couple of days, basketball is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. So that gap on the scoreboard may look big at the moment, but once Te Aroha can start to string some plays together, start to get some lengthy possessions, once that momentum starts to shift, it can be really, really hard to stop. So no doubt they'll be looking at the fact that they're weathering the storm pretty well and seeing heaps of positive from it.
Saw a lovely bucket there from Jennings Humaha. Lovely little soft touch in the paint. So we get a glance there at the bench of Te Aroha.
Koera tētai atu werotera pea mā Te Aroha e toru noa ngā tangata kei tō rātou pai. That might be a bit challenging for Te Aroha. Just 3 subs in uniform on the bench.
Yeah, we saw that in a previous matchup. Only 7 players, so we had 5 on court, then 2 Huanui College, who went in to win a huge game earlier in the Tāne side of things. But you're right, having that deep bench sometimes is hugely helpful, but hey, we'll see how the gas in the tank. We've got young Waiene, a young Tāne on display here all weekend. I'll tell you what, at that age, you can just go and go and go.
Koera te ahua tanga o te rangatahi, bro. Don't we know it oh so well? I feel like if it was either of us on the bench, not to put you down,
No.
might have a few more struggles than what these girls are showing out here. So we now see te koutu kōkiri ana ki te tūkohu, mahi tūrapa pai tērā, nā te MāORI, lovely rebounding there from number 5, Ngahi Rapa Jennings Haumaha. Beautiful work on the offensive rebounding. That's something we've seen from a lot of these teams. Tino kaha rātou ki te tūrapa ia rātou e whakaeke ana. All teams getting good offensive pressure underneath the hoop. It's just been curious to see on both sides of the court in a lot of these matchups, the defensive rebounding hasn't quite gone as well.
Yeah, a lot of these teams sending a multitude of players, you know, to attack the offensive tūrapa. You know, if you can secure yourself a second, third chance opportunity, if they see that there's that opportunity, you know, you might as well keep attacking. The ball goes up. Sometimes it's a lucky bounce too off the tūrapa.
I whakatū tōku ringa e te iwi. I rite a hau mā taua poro ki te taka. I had my hand up there. I was ready for that ball to drop as we get into the final minute of this first quarter. Te Aroha, ko te weru I nāianei me pēhea rātou e kimi, e rapu I te kianga whakamutunga o tēnei hau whātuatahi ko te weru I nāianei. The challenge for Te Aroha, how can they get the final say in this first quarter? That would mean so much for them to get that momentum going into the second and try and maybe close this gap a little bit.
It's been quite tough as they've sort of been trapped at half court. It's that pass that's just getting a deflection. The Te Kura o Te Kotu defense is just suffocating and really causing havoc for this Te Aroha College.
As we hear ngā tāne o te koutu, tautoko kaha ana I ngā wāhine, the chants going up, the boys getting in behind their girls. Fantastic to see that friendship, that connection within the basketball program at te koutu. Engari, koera te āhuatanga o te nuinga o ngā kura kaupapa Māori, tino tata, tino piri paua, te nuinga o ngā hapori. That's something you see a lot from these kura kaupapa Māori, is that they tend to have very tight-knit communities. They stick together well, they move as a unit, and te koutu really showing that well. Yeah,
something, a great exponent of that year in, year out. Te Kura o Te Kotu. And they've got their own rebound there, but a big defensive play. That was huge there from Nicole Logan.
Te tāhai nā te nama ono, lovely steal there from number 6, Ariana Parker for Te Aroha, but once again turned straight back over by Te Kura o Te Koutu, Te Kuru whakau ngā wari noa, and the layup goes up and down for number 38, Tia Raukura Leach. Koera te whakamutunga o te hauwha tuatahi, thus ends the first quarter play.
And what a first quarter we had. A lot of action there, and for Te Kura o Te Kotu, really reaping the benefits of some of the heartiest defense I've seen. I know it's only day 2, but they are relentless. They are just pressuring Te Aroha, and once that pressure gets applied, just getting the hands in the cookie jar, and it's being deflected to Te Kura o Te Kotu players, and they've got someone leaking out in transition every time, and they're getting great looks at the hoop. And it's just a real sort of struggle for Te Aroha to get the ball over the half court. Now, it's something they're going to have to work on here for the next 3 quarters. I believe that they can get themselves back into this game.
Engari kare kore ka tae e rātou. Kei rātou ngā pūkinga, kei rātou te āhenga. Ko te mea nui kia whaikapainga nui I a rātou anō. Yes, it's going to be difficult, but the main thing they do is they have to believe in themselves. They know they've got the skills, they've got the ability, but each other. Kua āhua ua taua hau whātua tahi I a rātou e whakaeke ana, āhua ti weka ana, āhua tatu ana. Some of those attacks are a little bit messy, a little bit stumbled, but we've seen, well, I haven't seen personally, but I've heard Te Aroha that can really get that flow going if they just start to make those quick passes. And so you just feel that'll be the encouragement from their coach. Keep believing, keep communicating, stick together, because if they can find that unity, if they can find that flow, they can really start to shift some of that pressure back onto Te Kōutu.
Now, I've seen enough from Te Aroha College as well, just to see the skill set of some of these wahine, and they're very, very capable. So I'm quite excited to see here what's in store for the second quarter.
Si ka timata kia Te Kōutu. Yeah. So got a 2-3 going on, switching it into the 3-2.
Who's impressed you so far, Rangatira, as we see it and one?
Mai te taha o Te Kōutu ko tētahi kai tākaro tino koi ko te nama te kaumatahi Alia Stone-Taylor from Te Kura o Te Kōutu. We saw her putting up those threes, winning those rebounds. And I mean, they haven't had too much defending to do, but while they have been attacking, she has been an absolute weapon for her school. Te rapia I te Te Aroha side. On that Te Aroha side, flick the question back to you. Who are you seeing that might kind of be that key for them to break out and start to wrestle some of this momentum back?
Yeah, I've seen some good play from Amohia Waititi. Nicole Logan's also been effective so far as well. I just want to see this part here. There we go. We're over halfway. And we'd just love to see what they can conjure up here. There we go. Draw the hara.
Simple play. If you can get up and around the hoop, you can start to put the pressure on. But if you're camped in your own half, you really cannot do much with it. Nō reira, koe rā te mea nui mā te aroha tika tau. Me pēhe rātou e whakawhiti I a rātou ārai pai ki te whakaeke. How can they change all of that hard work on defense into attack and put some more territory, I guess is more of a rugby word, but how can they get inside that Te Kōutu half?
Even if they can get in there, you just saw a huge block there from Nahirata Jennings Homaha. She looks to be patrolling that paint as well, so you can see her there. Got another swinging arm. If she connected to the head, you'd probably see 2 to 3 weeks on the sideline in the NRL with that one. But it was a huge defense there from Jennings Homaha.
We see a substitution coming on for Te Kura o Te Kōutu ko te nama whā te kau mā toru pēr au e aku pukenga pāngarau. He rariwana no, my math skills once again causing me some issues. Yes, it is te nama whā te kau mā rima for Te Kōutu. And
I don't think we have Te Kau mā rima on our stat sheet though.
I was gonna say, for once at the iwi, the math problems were not actually on my part, it was on the prep. I feel quite vindicated actually, as we now see Te Aroha working it in. A lovely pass in there, looking to penetrate that Te Kōutu defense. That was Te Nama Whitu mai Te Aroha pair and Dipros, and we're seeing her playing as a little bit of an offensive pillar for this Te Aroha College side. E rua o rātou raua ko te nama whā. Sky Te Tieri, almost an attacking general for this team from, I would say, the eastern Waikato is where I would locate Te Aroha. Engari no tāmaki makauru a hau e te iwi nō reira kaore au te mohi o I te paku. I don't know anything because I am just a mere Aucklander.
Yeah, this is where I sort of throw myself back to the heritage, back to the roots, back to my maunga, Kopuwai. Down there in the mighty South Island. I'm from Dunedin.
Te Waipo Namu. Stand strong.
Been in Auckland for like 20 years, but still throw back to the roots.
Te kuru whiwhi toru mai I te nama. Ko wai, te nama whitu. Perrin Dip Pros. Well, we're having a little time talking about our maunga. The three goes up from Te Aroha. Anything you can do, I can do better. Te kuro, te koutu, te whakautu mai, te nama toru. Ko Kali Kaiō says, I'll have some of that as well.
Another steal here too. Pressure applied. Te kura o te kotu. Unrelenting.
Koreo te pirangi ki te whakaiti ia o te poti, ngani karekau ngā kura mai I reira ki tēnei whakataetai. Not wanting to give any crap to o te poti is another kuru whiwhi toru mai I taua taha maui ngā wari noa. Mā Kāli Kaiō I tēnei wā. Just saying no disrespect to the beautiful city of Dunedin. My residents currently haven't actually seen any Dunedin schools around at the tournament.
You show some respect to Columba College.
Oh my goodness, taku aroha.
Yeah.
Taku aroha ki a rātou.
That's my sister school. I went to John McGlashan. And yeah, Columba College is the sister school. So yeah, that's how we roll. Is another kuru whiwhi toru launched. Oh my, te kura o te kotu. Wowee.
He tio kei roto I o rātou ia auraki ice in their veins at the moment. They are just deadly accurate from the paint. He kupupai mā taua mahi, a good word for that sort of play. Ringa kuru shooters using those threes to really put the scoreboard pressure on. And rima te kau ngā kupu ke, already 50 points and we're not even at halftime.
Wai wera. Tāmai, the kuru whiwhi toru. That was massive. And I'm surprised that one didn't go in as well, because Kali Kaiō in particular has made it rain, and oh, on cue.
Bro, kei te aha tātou. What are we even doing at this point? Like, I feel like there's not... If the ball is in the air, it's going in the hoop. Ngāori noa.
Amaya Edwards. Oh my God. What are we seeing here? This is the best offensive performance. And for Te Aroha College, it could be anyone that's out there, and it would still be this scoreline. This is incredible. Oh my gosh. Kuru whiwhi toru again.
E te whānau, kario e te mōhio heaha ki te ki. I actually don't know what to say at this point. There's so many threes going in, we barely even have time to acknowledge them all. It just feels like te kuro te koutu, kaore rātou I te mōhio, ka tae rātou ki te hinga. They don't even know they can miss.
Amaya, aka Amazing. Wowee. That is some phenomenal poitakohu on display here.
No words, just that. Wowee. In the hometown of Willie Wairua as well.
Yes, indeed.
My goodness, te koutu putting on an absolute show. But potentially he huatera o te ngenge, kua tākarotia ketia e rātou e tahi kēmu I tēnei rā, āhua ngenge I tēnei wā, no reira ko te kōwhiringa, ko te taunga, ka kuru noa. Perhaps a little bit of fatigue starting to set in for some of these girls. I've already played a couple games today, and maybe the decision is, hey, we've had enough of running, we've had enough of playing, let's just shoot and let's just score.
Not only that, you'd think maybe our cameras, the people behind the scenes, they might be running on fumes as well. I tell you what, they don't miss a beat. We've got the best in the business. Not necessarily in the commentary booth, but I can confirm behind the scenes, outstanding.
I would have to agree with you there. The standard that we are setting here in this booth could never quite meet that which has been laid out for us by our amazing camera crew. As the kuru whiwhi toru mai te nama whetū Perrin Dip Pros, she's not going to sit by and watch. She is getting some answers to this Te Koutu team.
Yeah, and if you want to start getting some points back and cutting into that lead, Dip Pros on fire. Oh, just as I'm trying to hype Dip Pros and her Te Aroha wahine, we see another huge kuru whiwhi toru.
E te iwi, kei te katakata hui nāianei. Honestly, I'm just laughing because I have not seen anything like this over the past couple of days.
Yeah, I've seen some of the players that people have told me to watch out for, you know, already over day one, and we're almost at the end of day two, but I have not seen a
Arakare e kore, ka haere etahi o enei kōtiro ki ngā statisticians me ki whaimuri tēnei ki emu pātai atu ki a rātou ki te hōmai i etahi o era tatau. No doubt some of these girls will be going to our amazing stats people after this game and asking for some of those numbers because they will be putting up some serious lines at the moment.
It's almost weird seeing one of the Te Kura o Te Kotu young ladies at the free throw line. They've just been making it rain from behind the arc. So Tia Raukura Leach.
Ara ia tātou e kite ana i etai tāpui mai i te pai o Te Aroha. We see a couple substitutions coming in from the Te Aroha bench. Just looking for that difference. How can they find a way back into this game? We've seen Dipros, bit of a one-player army at the moment putting up those threes. But as you say, we know how good this Te Aroha team can be. Obviously, it's hard with these threes going in to try and find that momentum. Engari, mihi mea katai e rātou, te whai taua piti, te whai au a hononga, kaore kore ke rātou te āhanga ki te whai e tai piro hoki. If they can start to find that rhythm, find those connections, no doubt they can start to put some points on the board.
Did you see that pass though? Like, that was a one-handed beast. Whipped that one out and then all of a sudden just fell into the lap of her teammate. Easy pakete. There we go though, Te Aroha with the rebuttal.
Rebuttal, good word.
Haue.
I bet you guys wouldn't guess it at home, but I was a debating kid in high school. Shock.
In Noreo or English?
Definitely in English. Mihi mea I te reo Māori kare kore ka hinga hau ia wā. I think if it was in Māori, I might have lost even more than I managed to lose in English, actually. As we now see te koutu, te makapai pito. Te rapea, he kuruwhiwhi toru kei te haere. Yep, 3-point attempt to come. 3 points also on the board. MāORI noa, neti noa, kei te aha e nei kōtiro.
I checked the Met service earlier and there was no forecast for rain. But oh my, Te Kura o Te Kotu making it rain here at Fly Palmy Arena. Check the floorboards aren't soaking because oh my. What an offensive performance we are witness here too. And Te Aroha College is playing really good basketball as well. It's no knock against these wahine. It's just Te Kura o Te Kotu. There we go.
Kuru whiwhi toru mai te taha maui ko te nama rima tērā Amohia Waititi. Sees all that Te Koutu are doing on the defensive end and she says, I'll have some of that as well.
Yeah, had a look at it and so, okay, yeah, it doesn't seem too hard. I'll get one up myself. And yeah, the kuru whiwhi toru was true.
Te aroha e hoki ana no ki taua taha matau. Engari te tāhai nā te nama. Toru te kauma whitu ko te ahuatanga. Looks like that was Douglas Kingy with the steal.
They're just getting that, like, it's just pesky defense. So we're just disrupting Te Aroha. There we go though, Te Aroha gets a stop right back. Just that defense though is unreal. Almost stuck there. They've managed to break it though. And let's see what they can conjure up here on the offense. Waititi passes it back to herself, you can say.
No refunds.
The assist.
Ahoro i taua wā. Engari aira, koera te āhuatanga o te mahi ārai o te koutu ko i a rātau e tū tonu ana i tō rātau ake haurua. That's the defensive strategy that we're seeing Te Koutu employ here, looking to get that pressure on Te Aroha while they're still in their own half. They're not really letting the girls from the Waikato come across that halfway line. They're really just doing everything inside the Te Aroha territory.
Yeah, this is a really well coached side. Moana Douglas must spend a lot of time with these wahine because that's a lot of practice to, you know, master the sort of defense that Te Kura o Te Kotu are putting on display here. Look, again, you've got a disruption and it's leading to a sort of a fast break. And it's just tough. Good to see though, they're dropping back into what looks like a potential 2-3 zone. No, we've got wahine on wahine. Oh, kuruwhiwhi toru. If you don't play that defense, Te Aroha will make you pay.
Aira, kia hau nei, hei aha tēnei ki emu. He whakataitai kuru, koira te ara pai ake. Honestly, what's the point of this game anymore? Why don't we just have a shooting competition? That's basically what we're having at the moment.
Yeah, Footlocker doing a little half-court shot for vouchers over this six days as well. I was about to say 6 weeks. I was like, Toby, we might be moving in.
Well, mehe mea ko au ngā kai āwhina o Footlocker ka āhua matakua hau mehe mea ka kite hau i etahi o ngā kai tākaro o Te Kura o Te Koutu. whakatata mai ana. I might be a bit scared if I was one of the Foot Locker workers for that half-court shot if this Te Kura o Te Koi's team shows up. Might be running out of vouchers pretty quick.
Speaking of half-court shot, did see one thrown up there by Perrin Dipros. And at the end of the half, Te Kura o Te Kotu 70, Te Aroha College 24. We're going to take a break, folks. Put the jug on, get yourself a little cup of tea. Maybe might be too late in the evening for a coffee. However, we will be back for second half action.
Hey, I'm Dylan Boucher from Basketball New Zealand, here at Kakaramia School. Just having some great fun with the kids here with our Hoops and Schools programs. Your school can be one of these schools having the fun with our Tall Blacks and Tall Ferns and local NBL and Tauihi teams. Nothing but fun going on out here, prizes given away, kids making shots, laughter, fun, that's what it's all about.
Over the past 2 years alone, we've managed to install nearly 50 hoops across 25 Taranaki schools in the region. Not only are we providing opportunities for tamariki and rangatahi to participate, we're also proving the sustainability of the program itself as we continue to grow momentum right across the motu.
Hoops and Schools continues to deliver amazing opportunities for kids all over New Zealand, giving them access to basketball no matter where they are.
We're really grateful for having the Hoops and Schools program in Taranaki. We are bursting at the seams in terms of facilities. We have something like 100 plus primary and intermediate school teams. Providing these hoops to the kids fitted in with the whole growth of the game. I know that having these hoops in the schools will just support the whole program and see the future growth of the game.
And go! Just fill up at a participating Caltex, stack your pump discounts, and you could collect more savings on your next visit. Oh, there's another one. Getting quite good at this. Filling and saving. Feels good.
Okay, guys, price to sell. We've got pasta as well. Go sell. Ladies and gentlemen,
this isn't about what we wore back in the day.
we're going to go now. Going once, going twice. No more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
It's time for action. We are working to reduce the impacts of climate change because nature is not a resource, it's a collaborator. Nativa, leading with nature.
Food is your medicine. If you really want good health, know where your food's coming from.
We wanted our children to grow up in the wilderness. The world needs kids like that.
Māori have always understood the best way to live on this harsh land. We can hold on to our tikaka, our practices, our traditions, and bring them into this day and age.
E te ti e te tae hoa mā nau mai hoki mai anō ki te papa i oia ki tēnei te haurua tuatahi o tō tātou nei ke mūkua ki te tātou i tētai haurua pai rawa atu. Ngā poitu kohu rawe rawa atu. Welcome back to the second half of our fixture here. Greg, we have seen a first half of absolutely fantastic basketball. Ngā kuriwhiwhi toru e taka ana mai ngā kokona e whā o te koti. Three-pointers raining in from absolutely everywhere on the court. What can we expect in the second half?
What an absolute offensive juggernaut that Te Kura o Te Kotu. Like, oh my gosh, just the defense, the pressure, everything leading to turnovers and transition buckets. They're getting those transition buckets are sort of layups at the hoop. They're kicking it out, the kuriwhiwhi torus. Like, Te Aroha College are doing an outstanding job. Don't get me wrong. They're doing a fantastic job. It's just the pressure and everything. It's a lot. I'm up here in the commentary booth going, oh my gosh, if I was out there, whew, these girls are handling it a lot better than I would from Te Aroha. But what a first half we saw. I tell you what, if there's a YouTube highlight clip that they can cut from that for not only Wahine but also Tane as well, This is how you shoot the ball? Wow.
Aira, bro, tainua ki tēnei wā, kia hau nei, koira te haurua, taku haurua tino o tēnei whakataitai katoa. Te koi o ngā pūkenga kuru mai ia taha, e hara te mea ko te koutu noiho, engari ngā kaitākaro pera ia te nama whitu pera and dip rows, Sky te tieri mai ia te aroha ko ngā kaitākaro katoa kei ia taha e tuku ana, e taka ana i era kuru whiwhi toru. Honestly, I would have to say that has been my favourite half of basketball in this entire tournament so far. And it wasn't just Te Koutu, it was on both sides. You saw players like Dipros and De Tieri from Te Aroha answering in kind, putting up threes of their own. It's just been fantastic to see both teams lifting each other. As the standard of play rises for one, the standard of play rises for both.
And that's a great start for Te Aroha College as well. Just time running out there, the shot clock was dwindling. And Takura Otakotu just caught with the ball. It was very close though. However, Te Aroha gets a stop and a chance here to get back into this one. And again, one of those other names, Amohia Waititi as well for Te Aroha College. She's been impressive.
Aira, engari te koutu te tāhaia no. Tino tere rātau ki te whakawhiti mai te mahi ārai ki te mahi whakaeke. Koira tētahi mea tino ua mā ngā kai ārai o te aroha me pēhea rātau e whai ngā ara ki te āhua whakapōturi i aua mahi. Something we've seen from this Te Koutu team over the course of the first half is how quick they are on transition from D to O, O to D. And so that's really one of the main challenges for this Te Aroha side going into the second half. How can they find ways to slow them down, disrupt that rhythm, maybe just mess up the play a little bit, because we know e ngā kupu rongo nui o Zeb, in the famous words of Zeb, this is a game of runs, he kemu o ngā oma. How can they find a way to cut those out?
That is a great passage of play there. Huge. Just the pass leading to a Pakete there. And she has been nothing short of phenomenal. Jennings Homaha. She's the rim protector, brings down the tūrapa. Gets after it at the offensive end too.
Ko te namatua toru tērā. That was number 3 from Te Kuro Te Koutu, Kali Kaiao. E whana ana. I ngā papa kei te taha, just kicking those boards over on the side, flying towards her bench. Putting her body on the line for her team at the moment. Engari, koira tētai āhuatanga o enei tima e rua. Tino kaha ki te whawhai, tino kaha rātau ki te whakamahi i o rātau tinanda ki te tākaro i tētahi momo poitu kohu he tino māro. Something that we've seen from both teams, neither of them afraid to put their bodies on the line, happy to play a physical style of basketball. Something that's really common across all of the rangatahi at this tournament. They are not afraid when it gets tough, when it gets scrappy, they're all up for it.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. When the Wahine take the court, I'll tell you what, it's some of the most physical battles you'll see. A lot of the stuff happening off the ball. So a lot of times, especially as a viewer, you know, you're sort of watching the ball where the ball's at. It's off the ball is where the action really is. And these young Wahine are not afraid to rub shoulders, mix things up.
Aira, bro, he tino whakawhetai a hau, e tuana hau kiko nei. I'm a bit thankful when I'm watching these kinds of games that I'm standing up here commentating, I'm not in amongst it, because tell you what, I would definitely have hurt myself by now with how this game's been played.
You up. Yeah, no, you would have lost out there with these girls.
Bro, I think I'd get maybe halfway through the first quarter at best.
Yeah, no, it's good to have Rangatira Tori up here on debut this week in the commentary booth, doing an outstanding job so far.
Tēnā koe, bro.
People at home, as we see, Waititi, off the rest, she gets fouled, draws the hara. But I tell you what, you listen to the dulcet tones of Rangatira Toby here, you'll not believe this young man is Ngāti Pālagi. His reo is off the charts. Have been so impressed. You know, when you get told there's 2 fluent reo speakers joining you in the commentary over the week, you know, as I said, we met Zeb, and Zeb definitely looks like the guy that you would expect. Toby here, and I said to him, I was like, there's no disrespect and no offense. I did not expect you, my friend. But what a blessing in disguise you are. Almost like a Halloween costume.
Tēnā koe, bro. Tuatahi nei, kaureo I te matata. I just want to put it out there. Wouldn't call myself fluent for some of the viewers at home who've probably heard me mess up my grammar more than a couple times in that first half. I appreciate it, but no doubt, as I said in that first quarter, ai, he mea pai tēnei kēmu, he mea atahua rau atu, engari ko te aupiki o tēnei rā tēnei rā katoa au we, toku arero, ko te ahenga, mā ngā kai mātakitaki ki te whakarongo, kia maua te hononga rereke. As I said in that first half, yes, this basketball is fantastic, but no doubt the highlight for all of our amazing viewers is the opportunity to get to listen to this dynamic duo on the comms. Lovely little Tuesday evening action, whether you're eating your dinner, whai muri te kai, e kaputi kei tō ringa, he piki te tērā pea. If you got your kai with you, maybe having a little tea and a biscuit, got this on the TV, cannot go wrong.
Yeah, put the feet up, enjoy the second half of this one. Probably had a hard day at Mahi being a Tuesday, and I hope you're tuning in to see, could be a daughter, a granddaughter, a sister, you know, taking part here in this amazing tournament that Basketball New Zealand have put on. Shout out to Jay, done a great job organising this one. Always a pleasure to be down here. Toby all the way in P-Naughty.
Aira.
The beautiful, as we always say, the thriving metropolis of Palmerston North.
Te pito te ao. Ko ra taku e ngā mō tēnei taone. Te pito te ao, the centre of the universe in my eyes.
There's no beautiful side either. Sorry to interrupt you there, my friend. Just multiple courts going all at once over 6 days. And our rangatahi putting on an amazing display of poitakohu. And just the standard and the skill set that some of these young men and women have is so impressive. And New Zealand basketball, the future is bright.
Aira, koera tētahi mea hikaka rawa atu. Koinei te taumata I naia nei, engari he rangatahi tonu I nei kai tākaro katoa. Ki hea rātau haere ai, me he mea katai e rātau te tipu tonu, te haratau tonu, te whakakoi tonu I o rātau pūkenga. Koinei te a pōpō mō te poi tūkohu I tēnei motu, as you say. It's so exciting. These players, so good, but still so young. They are the next generation coming through. It really makes you excited to think, where can they go? A little bit more time to grow, more time to sharpen their skills. Really a fantastic sign for basketball in this country.
And just while you were giving that amazing little kōrero, saw a nice basket there from Tanessa Duke. And the 12 singlet for Te Aroha. I believe I've got a Sam Dempster sighting over there under the Fly Palmy Arena sign. Always good to see Sammy D in the building.
Ko ngā kurumaka whiwhi anō, kia te koutu with some more free throws. Ko āhua tauake tēnei hau whātua toru.
There he is. There's
the man
the
himself.
big fella.
Engari aira. Ko āhua pōturi tērā pia, ko āhua tauake tēnei hau whātua toru. Engari, he taumata nō te haurua tuatahi. As we see this third quarter, perhaps a little more settled than what we saw in the first couple. That first half, so hectic, so fast. Both teams just starting to settle into it a little bit more.
Yeah, I was wondering how much gas is in the tank because a lot was expended there by Te Kotu there in the first half. Obviously, they've built themselves a sizable, formidable lead as well. Maybe just wanting to also conserve some of that energy and you want to mitigate risking an injury, but I tell you what, I thought they might be slowing down, but not the case. I don't know if these women know what that means. It's just express. And that's both sides too. Whenever either of these teams are getting some fast break opportunities, they're making the most of it.
E kuru whiwhi toru kua taka mai I ngā ringa o te nama whā te kaumā rima. That three just dropping from the hands of number 45.
Can someone get hold of Toby and let him know who this young wahine is in the 45 singlet? Are you also on Facebook Messenger, Tobes?
I am on. Are we just plugging all of my socials today?
Mate, we need to get someone to let us know because 45 for Te Kura o Te Kotu has played exceptionally well, and I feel like we're doing a disservice by not being able to give her the shout out, the accolades she deserves.
Tautoko I tērā, bro. Ko taku whakapai tērā pia, ko Arihia Bennett tērā. I'm going to take a guess that might be Arihia Bennett. Might just have it written down the wrong way on our sheet. But to be honest, at the moment, ko ngā kaitākaro katoa o te koutu e tūkaha ana. We're seeing all of te koutu really standing up. When Te Aroha are able to cut out one attacker, to cut out one strategy, there's another person just to stand up and get ready to go.
Yeah, they are deep. And it's a sign of some of these teams that look to go further into this tournament, that have that deeper bench. And I said about this earlier, it's something that I've noticed as we come back here year after year. Sometimes when this first sort of started, so the coaches would sort of roll out the starting five and sometimes be a bit, not necessarily nervous, but, you know, just to go into the bench wasn't really something that they want to do. You want to keep your starters out there, but I've noticed as the tournament has progressed over these years, more and more like relying on the bench comes out. As we see the Mātua, or the rangatira, Toby, talking to his fans, just throwing out a little mana wave there to
We've got the Elam
bench.
boys in the house from Tāmaki Makaurau up in the game after this one. Kia hikake e te iwi.
Oh, wave to your people.
I feel like a king up in this combo box, honestly.
Not that salute. I need to see some rotation of the head there. That was very straight up.
I feel like I'm getting framed here for something that I didn't do. As we see another kuru whiwhi toru mai te taha maui te nama whā te kaumā toru Arihia Bennett. Neti noa mai I taua taha. He ngāori noa mai enei rangatahi mai te kura o te koutu. Just too easy for them at the moment. They don't really know how to miss.
And then that was Sky the Theory for Te Aroha that nailed that kuru whiwhi toru. Waititi. Ooh, unlucky there.
I nai anei. Kura o te koutu. Koira tetai atu āhuatanga. Pāna ki te tere o tēnei tima ki te whakawhi. The team can be transitioning from defense to offense, really causing some serious problems for Te Aroha in transition.
Just a bit of a lid on the basket here for Te Kura on the kuru whiwhi toru side of things. I thought I was about to be made a liar there as that shot went up, as it looked very good out the hand and from up here in the commentary.
Though it feels sometimes like they have a direct line into this broadcast, because sometimes you'll put something out to the universe and then almost immediately you'll get proven wrong. As we see te nama rima o Te Aroha Amohia Waititi, ki te tātou iaia I te hanga e rua ngā kuru whiwhi toru no reira te rapea katai I te from her. As far as I can remember, will she be able to get some more of the same as we draw into the latter stage?
In the 8 singlet, kuru whiwhi toru on ways. She's just off there with that one. But again, she hasn't missed much. Neither of any of these wahine on either side. Like when Te Aroha have actually been able to generate some shots, they've been good. They've been really, really good. It's just, as I was going to hope that Sky the Theory was going to make me look a bit like a bit of a Nostradamus there, and just off the tapa.
I nai anei te koutu. Ahua whakatau ana I te ahuatanga o tēnei mahi I mohi o pai. As they just settle things down there, they know they've got that comfortable lead. They don't need to rush things. Me pono te koro e te iwi. Ahua ua māku ki te arotahi I nai anei nā te mea ko ki te ahau. Focus at the moment. As we come up on screen, Zeb's walked in and he's sitting over there with the Haribo gummies, and I'm just thinking about how I'm going to be able to get over and steal some after this matchup.
Oh, look at the...
I'm going to say it myself. Perhaps if you guys didn't believe I was a Tino Tangata Poi Tukohu before this, you might have seen my meager stature and realized, oh, Zeb, you are the man, giving us the Haribos, keeping us going, and the sours as well.
Yeah, if you're going to send someone into the pack and save, if they can come out with one of these bad boys, this would have been my first choice. So, Mātua Zeb, mana on and off the commentary. Probably with one of the best assists we've seen so far this over the last 2 days, the Haribos.
Unbelievable assist.
Yeah, we always take food donations. We'll take a koha up here.
That we do. That we do. E tauira tonu ahau. I'm still a student. E te whānau, e mohi o pai ana koutou ki ngā raru o ngā tauira. Ia tātou kitani e te aroha. Te kuru peke. Tino tata i taua wā. Engari koira te whakamutunga o tēnei hauwhā tua toru. Ko te kura o te koutu e toa ana mā te rima te kau mā rua. Waru te kau mā rua. Ngā piro ki a rātou. Toa ana ki te aroha toru te kau ngā piro ki a rātou. Te kura o te koutu take the third quarter up by 52 points, 82-30 over Te Aroha College. Nō reira, ko te wero i nai nei mā Te Aroha, me pēhea rātou e whai i ngā hua pai mai i tēnei hauwhā tua whā. The challenge now for Te Aroha, perhaps not necessarily to find a way to win, the game might be a bit beyond them, but actually just to find some positives out of this fourth quarter.
Yeah, and just as we do have a break and play, it gives us a chance to shout out the New Zealand Carbon Farming. How green is your team? Head to the BBNZ socials and comment your top 3 sustainability tips for schools and sport, and be in to win $50 player vouchers for your school, generously provided by New Zealand Carbon Farming. Entries close 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday, 2nd of October. Some really good awards up for grabs, put on by our fantastic sponsors.
Haere tautoko I tērā. Te toko maha o ngā kai tautoko o tēnei kaupapa. We have so many fantastic sponsors this week. Our major partner, Foot Locker, broadcast partner for Kata Māori. Of course, our host association, Basketball Manawatu, and this fantastic venue, Central Energy Trust Arena here in beautiful Palmerston North. Our funding partners, New Zealand Community Trust, Four Winds and Lion Foundation. And then our partners at Sport New Zealand, Moulton, Bailey's, New Zealand Carbon Farming, Caltex, Apollo Project, Sport Manawatu, Glory League, GJ, Gardner, Palmerston North City Council, Inspire Net and New Zealand Sport Collective. Te roanga o taua kororo he tohu o te taumata o te tautoko mai e nei rangatahi. Just the length of that list is really a sign of just how much support our rangatahi have.
Yeah, it continues to grow year by year, and nothing is possible without the great help and support. And Whakata Māori broadcasting this out, as we've talked about throughout the motu. Sure, we've got Te Kura o Te Kotu, Te Aroha College whānau tuning in from everywhere. Toby enjoying this one. These wahine put on a phenomenal display of puitikohu for us.
Te kuru whiwhi toru mai te nama rima o Te Aroha. That was number 5 from Te Aroha, Amohia Waititi. We've seen over the course of these past few quarters, she is not afraid to put those threes up. But as you say, me mihi kia whakata Māori, mei kore ake rātau e kore tēnei pāpāhotanga e tū. We really need to thank Whakata Māori. We cannot thank them enough, in fact, if it was not for them. Ooh. These streams would not be able to go ahead as another 3 drop. Ngāwari noa engari me whakamaumahara ia koutou katoa whā ki 4 to 12 games every single day live on Whakata Māori this week. No matter where you are, no matter when you're watching, we have some basketball action for you.
And as this tournament progresses, teams start to see who's going to be there come finals day. Friday, Saturday, huge days here in Palmy. But it's also about that build-up. How do you get there? How do you progress through your journey? Yeah, so fortunate to be able to bring it to you. We've got a great commentary team as well as behind the scenes. Everyone is possible product. So I tell you what, when you're sitting at home in your lazy boy, you got your feet up, sit back and listen to the dulcet tones of the lake. Bit of Zeb as well.
Everyone needs a bit of Zeb in their lives, I think.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the next game here with the Mātua.
E mohi o paana hau ki taku wāhi, mehe mea I konei a Zeb, kei ai a te mana. I know my position well. I'll be getting out of here and I'll be giving my chair up to Zeb, letting him bring his expert analysis in for the final game of the day. Engari, mō I nai anei, nā koutou, nō koutou te waimari e ki te whakarongo kia hau. For now, you guys are lucky enough to have me with you through to the end of this game. as we now see te koutu ahakoa te nui o taiwa aputa kei te tino pukumahi tonu wana rātou. Oh my gosh, my wetewete will take an absolute tumble there. But as I was saying, despite how big that gap is, almost 50 points, over 50 points at the moment, this koutu team are not ending that hard work. They're still going hard.
That's right, and then you've got Te Aroha at the other side of things, and they're not hanging their heads at all. They're still looking to push the ball, see what they can do, create, probe what's available. I love the fact that no matter what the score is, like that really cliche of playing to the final whistle is really adhered to by both of these sides. You know, you could Takuta off the accelerator, they're not doing that. Te Aroha College could throw the towel in, they're not doing that either, and I love to see it.
Aira, koira te āhuatanga o ēnei rangatahi ahakoa te aha I konei rātou ki te tākoro. Tino maia, tino kaha rātou, tino pōkiru rātou I a rātou anō ki o rātou kura. That's something we've seen from all of the rangatahi this week. No matter what, they are here to play. They play hard, they play fast, and they bring some serious pride in their schools. Playing for the badge is what I'd call it.
And no more so than Nahirata Jennings Humaha. She has been outstanding for Te Kura o Te Kotu. I know I have shouted out their name a few times so far, but she keeps finding herself in these positions. If you keep playing like that, your name gets shouted out.
It does indeed. As we see, Te Kuru Whiwhi Toru mai Te Aroha. Te Aroha still happy to put up those threes. That was Dip Rose again. She has seriously backed herself from the paint. They're not short on skills, these players, man. No matter what, no matter the scoreline, they are here to play. And kei a rātou ngā pukenga koirawa atu.
Carly Kaio just demonstrating some phenomenal handles there as we see the bank shot. And we'll take it to the highway there. And that is Amelia Green.
Te Kurupeke, lovely pull-up jump shot off the glass. Lovely work there, mai te namatoru o te kura o te koutu, Carly Kaio. We've said that name a lot this game as well. Another player who's really stood up for the team from Rotorua.
Te Aroha swinging the ball around the horn, seeing if any gaps open up. The Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Tell you what, Alice Melrose, that wasn't far off. Hit the inside of the tupper and not the friendly rims here.
Aira, ko ia tētahi o ngā tino pau o te whakaekenga o tēnei tima o Te Aroha. Ko mahi paia hei whakahaere I ona kai tākaro. We've seen her stand working as a bit of a pillar for that Te Aroha offense. She's done a great job of organizing their attack, directing her players around the court. She looks like she's going to go to the sideline for a well-deserved rest, but she has really stood up for her team over the course of this match.
And just like in ice hockey, we see a full line change here from Te Kura o Te Kotu. 5 wahine out, 5 wahine in. And just everyone stretching the legs, getting out there, getting involved. That's what it's all about, being a beautiful team sport that we have, Poitikohu. Get everyone involved.
Ia, te kura o te koutu e whakatata ana ki te kotahi rau piro. Engari, kei a te aroha te āheinga. He mea nui, te rapea te tae e rātou te toa. Engari, he wāpai tēnei mā rātou ki te ako, ki te whai ngā aupiki, ki te whai ētahi mea whakatena pea, kia kawe, ki ngā kēmu a pōpō. That game might be a bit out of reach of Te Aroha, but still plenty of time for them to find some positives, to pull up in these last 4 minutes and find some learnings, find some encouragement to carry with them into the games tomorrow. Still a long week to come. This is just one of many games for the Te Aroha side. Plenty of time for them to get something out of this game.
Yeah, and especially if you're a year 13 student as well, you know, you want to be making the most of your last tournament. And no matter what the result, you want to have a good time. It's a lovely week away with your friends from school. It's something you look back on in life as well. When you are older, you look back, especially at like a nationals. Now, obviously, only one team can win. However, it's a great memory for a lot of players when they look back and reflect you know, as you get older, and if you do go on to play sort of professional basketball, it's not one of those ones where you get to play with your mates. It's it's who that team selects. So this is one of those amazing moments when you are at high school and you can just enjoy that with your friends.
Aira, koera tētai ahuatanga o tēnei kēmu. O te rao ngā kaitākaro mai ngā kura I harite mea he kaitākaro noa rātau he hoa. Kua tipu rātau ki o rātau taha, me hare ana rātau ki te kura o rete, e noho ana rātau ki ngā akomanga o rete, no reira kei reira ngā hononga, kei reira te wairua kei wainganui I ngā kaitākaro katoa, as you say, really unique to schools basketball. They're not just teammates, they are friends. They've grown up together, they continue to grow up together. They go to the same school, they sit in the same classrooms, and they don't just play for themselves, they don't just play for the team, they play for each other. And you see that wairua, you see that when they come in and they play so hard and they put their bodies on the line, it's because of how much it means for them to be able to be alongside their friends and to work hard for each other.
Yeah, these kura in particular, you know, there's a lot of mana out there. As you said, it's you play for the front of the jersey, not the back. And definitely on show here with these wahine still just attacking the offensive tūrapa. You see there, that was phenomenal from Nicole Logan. Up just too long, and again, Te Kura o Te Kotu, the accelerator, pedal to the metal. That transition offense that we've seen from Te Kura o Te Kotu, it's just so fast. There always just seems to be someone leaking out, and whoever it is that has the ball, just able to make that outlet pass, which is a tough pass to make, and it just seems to be falling into the lap of whoever the recipient is.
Aira, koira te pai, koira te kaha o ngā hononga kei wainganui I nei kaitākaro, as you say, that's the strength of the connections within this team. Engari, kaore rātau I te pōturi, aha koa te koinei, te hauwha, tua wha o tēnei kemu, aha koa kei te pōina nei tātou, tere tonu ana, hei kakatona ana, ngāo tonu ana nei rangatahi. Although we are in the fourth quarter of this game, we're getting into the evening, both of these teams with a couple games in the league so far, neither of them slowing down whatsoever.
Yeah, I know my legs are taking a bit of a battering today. It was quite nice though. I got to sit in the massage chair at City Fitness earlier this morning. And on my way to that particular massage chair was blessed by the presence of Matua Zeb. I was able to see the big fella there. And so Jackson was there, Zeb was there, myself was there. Toby, I didn't see the rangatira though.
Oh no, it's crazy that one didn't see me at the gym. I am there most days actually.
Usually
there early in the morning I think is the main issue. I'm out of there before you've got there is why you wouldn't have seen me.
Yeah, I need some beauty sleep, my friend.
I think what I need is one of those black memberships. I wouldn't mind having one of those 16 whatever dollars it is a week membership where you get the massage chair access. Can't imagine what that would be like.
I look at it as an investment, you know. When you're a bit older, you've you know, they said you can just sleep the wrong way and you could be out of action for a good week. So, oh, kuruwhiwhi toru.
Mai te nama te kaumā whā o te Aroha College, Amelia Green, ngāwari noa, te kuru tuatahi o te kemu, te pāki te tuatahi o te kemu, mātaua kaitākaro. First shot of the game, first bucket of the game, comes onto the court and drains it.
I tell you what, the biggest cheer of the game for both sides was that pakete right there. And that just goes to show, Te Aroha College, yeah.
O te āhua nei, ko wai tērā, e kuru ana. Looks like that will be number 11. Alia Stone-Taylor to take the free throws.
And we've got, I believe, your good mates from Elam Christian College.
Yes, indeed.
That'll be the nightcap with Matua Zeba, myself.
Aira, taku pauri, te tae o te mātakitaki taua kemu. Bit sad that I myself won't be able to hang around for that game. No doubt it will be an absolute blessing to have you and Zeb together again. What's on the menu? Whatever I made. I think it might be steak night, actually. Ooh. With all of our gym talk and all of our gym slander, actually. Getting my protein in should be good. And as we saw on that camera angle before when they switched to us, as a young and hopefully growing lad, I need about as much protein as I can get.
I think I sold out Pack and Save of their strawberry musashi protein shakes. The young lady at the counter was just disgusted looking at me. I had like 3 boxes worth and she was like, wow, this guy is special.
Aira, mehe mea, kei te whakarongo koutou o Musashi, if you're listening, Musashi. Mehemea ka pirangi koutou ki te tautoku I tēnei kaupapa tērā pia tuku mai e tai koha kia maua. Ka whakawhetai maua ki tērā. If you want to send us a couple gifts maybe, a little support of this kaupapa, we will not complain.
I like that little reach out to some brand endorsement deals, and that's why you are the man that you are, Rangatira. And let's just see if Te Aroha can finish strong here. We've got 40 seconds on the clock, folks, as time dwindles away. Has Te Aroha got something in the kete?
Āhua kaha rawa I taua wā pāna I te papamuri, engari te tūrapa hoki, nā te Aroha, lovely work to get the rebound, can't quite get it to drop, still with possession. Fantastic defense, or attacking defense there from number 5, Amohia Waititi, to keep that ball. In the end, will go the way of Te Koro Te Koutu.
Look at the big smile on the face there. That's what we love to see. Amelia Green is not afraid to hoist the Kuruwhiwhi toru here late in this one. Did the sign of the hand to the neck, like, no, that's enough, that's enough. And that will almost be enough too, with 10.9 on the clock. It can be Takuta for the last shot of the game. Kuruwhiwhi toru, not surprised whatsoever. There she is, there she goes, Amaya Edwards.
Tino tata I te Kuruwhiwhi toru roa rawa atu mai I te tieri. Engari koera te whakamutunga o te kemu e te iwi. I te mutunga ko te kuru o te koutu kua toa. Rima te kau mā iwa piro te rerekētanga. In the end, Te Kuru o Te Koutu taking that one out. 59 points the difference here. Strong showing from both teams, but unfortunately the girls from Te Aroha not able to get over the line on this occasion. Engari kaua e tā wāhi e te iwi do not go far. As we said before, an absolute treat coming up after this one. We will have Greg and Zeb back in the comm box to take you through what will be an exciting matchup with my personal favourites from Elam. Nō reira, e te iwi kia hikaka rā. Get excited. Great game coming up here on Whakaata Māori.
Hey, what's going on over here? Hey? Oh, it's a basketball. The maunga is smiling down on us here in Taranaki. We're here, Hoops in Schools, Basketball New Zealand. We've bought some hoops and it's great. Taranaki is going to be the next baller capital of Aotearoa. Man, we've got Corey Webster, we've got Brooke Locke, Tall Blacks, Tall Ferns. Let's get it. Let's see these kids, eh? How good is this out, Corey?
Well, this is what it's all about, right? To get out here and bring some brand new hoops to the schools. Basketball New Zealand have been doing this, running this initiative. Over 200 hoops in schools all over New Zealand, over the North Island and South Island. So it's an amazing thing already, and we're going to keep adding to that.
And seeing just talent, like, you know, these young fellas. Like, I saw a kid who's tall as hell. That dude could be a Tall Black right there.
Future Tall Blacks for sure, man. You know, another part of it is coming out here and identifying some of the talent that might get missed. So, you know, you might spot the next Stephen Adams out here, the next Tim Provide,
the next Corey Webster.
You know what I mean? So it's amazing to see, honoured to be a part of.
Good work, good work. All right, now we're gonna. Could you remember growing up and like that moment when you're like, oh man, I could be a basketball player?
I still remember this day in primary school, and it was always me and another girl versus all the boys, and just the fun that it brought me. And ever since then, I just kept playing and grew to love the sport.
It must be cool to give that back, you know?
It was pretty cool. I loved seeing all the smiles on all these kids' faces, and that's the most important thing, when all the kids are happy. And oh yeah, the growth in girls' sport and in basketball, it's amazing. I'm always promoting girls to keep playing basketball, and so much opportunities now. So yeah, I always like, come on girls, you can get to the top as well.
It's really cool, Dan, just to be here and see it happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah, That's awesome, and that's what Hoops in Schools is all about, is giving the tamariki and rangatahi a chance to have accessible opportunities to play basketball, and that's what we're seeing here today.
We want this in every school, correct?
Yeah, we want hoops everywhere, North Island, South Island. So we've done over 200 hoops across the motu now, but there's no stopping. And as basketball continues to grow, our biggest challenge is making sure we have those facilities. So Hoops in Schools and Hoops in Parks, Hoops in MΑORI, it's just the start for us in ensuring that people can play basketball.
Why are these hoops so important to our tamariki?
We need good facilities for our kids to be able to improve their skills in sport. Lots of our community come and use these hoops. Every day there's at least 20 kids trying to share the hoops. So to have good quality hoops like this will mean that our kids will be able to practice, be able to get involved with sport.
All right, I'm here with the MVP. Camden, how you feeling, bro?
Good.
What was the most important part of the day today, brother?
Learning things with my old friends. Yeah!
So my man here said that you could beat Corey Webster. Is this true?
Yep.
He said you could cross him up. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, he's good. Hey,
Put some money on it.
put some money. How much money you got right now?
None.
$9. He said. Who's the best girl player here at the school?
Me?
Do you agree with this?
Yes.
Yeah. Why are you so dominant? Why are you so good?
She's just number one.
Do you think you could beat Brooke?
Oh, easily.
Easily. Okay, we're about to find out.
She has 50 cents on it, she said. Yeah, I actually do.
50 cents.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah, we can go for 50. Yep.
I have another 50 cents, so we can go for $1.
We're gonna go for $1.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel generous. I'm gonna give 50 cents as well. We've got $1.50 for you. Anyone else want to put any? No? What about put some shoes on it? Put some shoes on it.
If she beats Brooke, then we can have your shoes. Yeah.
These hoops are mean, eh?
Yeah.
You know what else is mean?
What?
This guy's mullet. Show the camera your mullet.
It's a rat tail.
It's a rat tail. It's a rat tail. Mean hoops.
Yeah, I really like them. The old ones weren't. Yeah, we need new hoops.
What was the old ones like?
Not that good.
Yeah. Did someone break them? Oh, they're broken. Look at them over there.
Tēnā koutou kei te motu o Aotearoa e mātaki mai nei i a koutou moka o te motu. Haere mai, tauti mai, ki tēnei papa, i te papa o ea. Ara, ki runga i ngā whenua o rangitāne iwi, no reira, tēnei whetū ki te rangi, ko rangitāne tonu ki tōna whenua, tēnei ka mihi ake nei, ki te awano hoki o Manawatu me ngā pai maunga e tu ake nei ki a Tararua. Ahua no rā koutou, haere mai ki tēnei tōna mana nui, tai ore ore. Te whakataitai āmutu munga kura tuarua i tēnei tākaro o te poi tūkohu. Haere mai rā, tauti mai rā, kei tōku tā, ko taku hoa. Greg Elliott e karangatahi nei māua i ēnei nekehanga i roto i tēnei tākaro. Tēnā koe hoa.
The Tarangas blessed as per usual. Zeb, listening to your beautiful introduction. And speaking of introductions, I'll let you take all that away for Hato Paora College.
Tēnā koe hoa. So this team here, Hato Paora College, as we see the names pop out on your screen now, Arapera, Arepa, Ford, Karaitiana Jennings, Rate ko Hamuera Harding Vā, Mason Rongo, Morgan Patene, Nathaniel Lambert, Hingo Tērā no te kāinga, no roto mai o Ngāti Pāhauera, Jaquil Light, Tamihana Wainohu, Hingo anō Tērā o Pāhauera, Te Hautai wa Hakaraya Hosking, Te Mana Anapū, Tipene Bāba, Tarangi Taurewa, Tipene Matua, ko te kaiako, ko tō mairangi hipango, me tana taina anō hoki te kāko tuarua, ko mātangi rei hipango, me te manita, ko Shilaya Ale Haitana.
And on the other side of things, we do have Elam Christian College and Jaden Chandra, Gaius Christie, Joshua Anslow, Isaiah Dunn, Donovan Reckling, Joshua Price, Lucas Mox, Blair Cornwell, Marcus Vipan, Caleb Driller, Yue Dong, Seth Zachary Africa, Coach Ruben Dunn, Assistant Coach Paul Gray, Manager Vanya Dunn, and Asher Dunn. I tell you what, you were, I believe, a teacher here at Hato Paora at some stage.
Yes, ka timata taku mahi kai ki tēnei kura i te taurua mano MΑORI. Ka waru tau taku no hoatu ki reira, i raro i te mana o te tumuaki o reira, ko Irene Pēwhairangi. No reira, kei te mihi aki tērā kōka ōku. Kei te noho mai i raro i te kapua pauri tēnei wā i roto i tana māwiwi hoi anō. No reira kia koe whae ngā mihi nui roro o tiki tiki. Ke piki te ora kia koe hoi anō hoki mai nei ki te tākaro, te kauhekona e toi ana, ka timata mai tēnei tākaro. So what we know currently of these two teams, if I can speak to Hato Paora firstly, they're 3 out of 3 so far in this tournament, this being their 4th game on the 2nd day. And it's a late one, as you know. It's been a long day for these players, but probably longer for us because we've been here all day. They've had the opportunity to go back to their hotels or wherever they are to rest up for these games.
Oh, I got to give it a little. I'll be guilty. I can't lie to the audience here, but I did have a little break one stage just after lunch. It was a nice little pause. As we very well know, it's a 6-day tournament. And yourself, myself, it's good to give the vocals a bit of a break, a bit of a rest where possible. I've got a great game here on the A boys side of things, Pool B. And it is the nightcap on Whakata Māori. Broadcast throughout the motu and wherever our viewers might be taking in this one, Zeb.
Tika tēnā, no reira. Me mihi ka tika ki a Whakata Māori, i tēnei angi tūtanga kia whakapāho atu nei ki a koutou ēnei tākaro i roto i tēnei tōna mana. Wai hoki era atu e tautoko mai ana, Bailey's, Real Estate, Ngātiwa, Apollo Projects, Celtics, Footlocker, and the list goes on. And if I can just carry on that note, host association, Basketball Manawatu, the venue here also, Energy Trust Arena, funding partners, New Zealand Community Trust, 4 Winds Line Foundation, partners Sport New Zealand, Moulton, Bailey's, New Zealand Carbon Farming, Celtics, Apollo Projects, Sport Manawatu, Glory League, GJ Gardner, Palmerston North City Council, InspireNet and New Zealand Sport Collective. So we've got a host of sponsorships lending a hand here to make this all possible.
Yeah, sponsors galore, volunteers galore, referees, a lot of behind the scenes, mahi, Zeb, that if we didn't have these sponsors or these particular people that help us out.
It was only the top 16 schools that made nationals. I see now these days there's about 40-something schools. So for this event to become possible, we rely heavily on those sponsorships from those aforementioned companies and businesses, city council.
I tell you what, Mātua, I've had a couple of sleepless nights. A few of those pack and save sausage sizzles, I hope I didn't get on food poisoning. I think they were pre-cooked sausages, so I think I was all right. But hey, you never know. You never know. We just looks like just a delay here as our score bench, which our phenomenal camera work has picked up. Just we're missing those people that we just talked about, the people that we need for the game. And some very, very special people are the ones on the score bench. And I've seen that young man there in that beige hoodie. He's an integral part of what they do there in that setup. So that's a bonus. We're seeing people filter their way through now, Zeb, so we might get underway in a short space of time.
Yes, hopefully. And we've been in that position, haven't we, where we've had to make a dash from one game to the next to be able to start on time. I myself personally have found myself in that situation on this day. In fact, I know you found it difficult finding a park this morning. You had to sprint a total of 300 metres.
Yeah, and when you're this size, 300 metres, it turns into 3 kilometres if you know, the story gets read back in sort of a week's time. You know, sometimes you see like a rugby, for example, you know, you see one of those props, you know, they ran about 10 metres to score a try, but, you know, a week or two later it was, yeah, boys, it was a 70-metre run. And yeah, that's probably a bit of me. But, yeah, mate, I was out of breath. It was Lucky Jackson just had everything held down. Yeah, interesting here. Just the boys being back out on court, getting to warm up. There's nothing worse than warming up, having a break, and then trying to get back out there. So good to see that they're going through their sets and staying warm.
Yep, that's right. You want to stay warm.
Now, who to watch for this Hatu Paora College? I know you've got that little bit of in-depth knowledge as an ex-teacher there at that kura.
Yeah, that was many years ago, and I've been out of the loop, in fact, within the game locally. So, to be honest, I wouldn't be able to tell you. That name there, though, Tamihana Wainohu, is a name that comes from Mohaka, their Wainohu surname. And the surname there, Lambert. People will know who I'm talking about when I mention the name Stacey Lambert.
I thought Kaya Lambert.
Kaya Lambert?
Yeah.
Okay. But if the people out there would know who I'm talking when I mention Stacey Lambert, he played NBL for many years, spent the large of his amount of his time here in Palmerston North. Also down with the Otago Nuggets and retired here. So if he's a whanaunga of the whanaunga, because I'm a whanaunga to the Lamberts, then I expect I've got high expectations of this young man.
That's just it as well. You know, as you said, when you've been out the game for a while, it's quite interesting. Some of these, you know, the friends that we have, it's their kids that are coming through. I know I bumped into Aaron Bailey Knoll earlier. Keisha, his daughter, one of the standouts here at this tournament, one to watch. You know, so it's quite interesting seeing the boys that you came up with and you hooped with yourself. You know, it's their kids now. It's that next generation's turn. And I tell you what, the future is bright for Poitakohu and Aotearoa. It's only day two. Well, it's at the end of day two, but you and I, we've seen some fantastic basketball being played and in great spirit too.
Te kahoki. And here we go, the tip-off. Te Ahi Taiwa wins the tip-off. Haere tōtika ki tana hoa. Uru tonu atu ai ki te whare. E mea ana, e te kai wawao. Ko hikoi ai anō reire ko whakawhiti te pauro. He kupunga hao te āhua nei. E pēhi ana. I te rātu kura.
Defense turned up early here for this one. And don't they love it there on the bench?
Mai Mariana hamuera, I ki te tērā mene ana, I te mea mohio pai ana ia, ka puta te pauro nā tana ringa, hoi anō kare kitea. E te kaua wau, haere tonu ana te kemu mai waho, au wari ake.
These are two benches that are up and at it early in this one. Adding some huge mana, some wairoa off the bench. You might just hear some of the sounds of the game in the background. The defense chant at one end. Let's go Hato Paura at the other end. Not yet troubling the scorers though, Zeb, who might be in trouble here.
Ai, Mama Noiho tērā mai nā Isaiah Dunn straight into the lane.
Yeah, Isaiah with a lovely left-hand finish there. Gets Elam in charge, or in front as the Kuriwhiwhi Toru, the response. I believe that was Te Ahi Taiwa, Hakaraya, Hosking. How'd I do on that one, Zeb? Was that
Yes,
near
not
enough?
too bad. You're getting there. getting there. The most important thing is you're attempting and you're doing that authentically. You know, you can't judge someone's pronunciation as they're trying.
Yeah, it's fantastic to have yourself and Toby Fleming on board, because there's nothing worse than getting anyone's name wrong. Whānau.
Well done. Good block there on that three-point shot. Oh, nice look in there. Good feed.
Great seal initially from Te Mana Anapu. Got his own tūrapa.
Good no call there.
Yeah, a little drop of the shoulder there from Mason Orongo, creating some space. Just unlucky to miss that one off the tapa. We still have a 3-2 scoreline. And Mason Orongo brings that one down for Elam Christian College. Jab step. Pull up Kuriwhiwhi Toru. Oh, and we have a hara there. Zeb just pushing the pace. Hato Paura. Anna?
Kau, where's this Harding name that I saw earlier? Hamuera Harding Va. It's a very familiar name. One of his uncles, or both of his uncles went to Hato Paura, Leslie and Gary Harding, if that is the same whānau. And they both were good players themselves. So good to see. He mea heke tērā, pukinga, ki tērā mutu hoi anō haere tonu ana te kēmu. Nice little fake there and kick out to the wing, to the corner, sorry.
Getting some good look at the basket, but this Hato Paura team just streaking down the court.
Nice
Tommy
finish.
Hana.
I think that was Jahi Taiwa.
Is that a 1 or a 7?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a 1. It's hard to tell, eh?
Yeah, this is little.
Yeah, but I know because I can see Tommy Hana Wainuhu on the bench, so
perfect.
there must be.
Te Ahi Taiwa. Hakaraya Hosking. Impressive.
E tingatanga pai tēnei ki a Hato Paura. Kei mua e haere ani i tēnei wā. Tēnei tangata me te Pauri ki mai a Toby Kiau. Ko tana tino hoa.
Great dive there. It was that Jaden Chandra creating himself a lot of space. Maybe a little guilty of ball watching there, Hato Paura, and Chandra just slipped himself. So what a pass, what a find. And the big don't argue. What a battle that was.
Nice. Got the rebound and put it straight back in after being blocked. He didn't give up on the play. A little bit of a half-court pressure there.
That could be a battle to watch between Donovan Rickling and Nathaniel Lambert. Isaiah Dunn there, just short off the tupper.
Nice little pull up there. Considered his options left and right, and then he reconsidered and put the shot up himself.
That was your man as well, Hamuera Harding-Va'a. Oh, just off the front of the iron.
Hamuera with the ball, considering his options, calling out the plays.
Chandra gets in the lane, gets the steal. And the and one, he took on Shaquille Light. And the hoop and the harm, drawing the hara. Impressive from Chandra. Got the steal, Zeb, and then went coast to coast with that one.
And one bit of an irresponsible foul that was. Last minute sort of had a bite at it and gave up the play. If you're going to foul, you really want to foul them so they don't get the shot up. So you've got to foul them so they don't have the ability to still get a shot up in the air.
Can be a tough one too when it is just that one-on-one. You know, sometimes when you try to wrap someone up, it can almost eventuate in maybe what can be perceived as an unsportsmanlike foul, and then you're even in a worse spot.
Oh, it's okay.
So you're 100% correct though. You do want to stop that streaking player, but how do you do it without getting too much attention from the referee?
Nicely said. That's dead right. Got to be strategic and smart in how you foul.
So all eyes are on you, aren't they?
Yes. Nice finish there, Mr. Lambert.
He seems like a bit of a man on the mission, Nathaniel Lambert. There's Chandra. Lambert playing both ends of the court here. Beautiful basket there on offense. Switches to defense and a big block. Always good when you can see those athletic players, see they play both ends of the court. It's very easy to be quite offensively proficient. Everyone loves to score the basket, but sometimes we got to dig in and put that mahi in. But yeah, no, Lambert there definitely a two-way player for sure as we see the replay. A great take from Hakaraya Hosking, drawing the hara. And he can look to extend Ato Paola College. Don't want to jinx him. I know he missed it, but he does have another opportunity here on the second attempt. There we go, 14-6. Hato Paola with the lead. And that corner, Kuruwhiwhi Toru, looks like it'll be there all day for Elam. And Isaiah Dunn might have his eye in now. And you better Dunn know to get out there and play that defense on that Kuruwhiwhi Toru corner pocket. Isaiah Dunn. And he says, okay, I can shoot the corner three. Also, don't let me have it anywhere near the hoop because I'll put that thing in too. And that's what Elam Christian College needed, Zip. Making a big comeback here, 14-11.
Ai, ka pai, excuse me, I was out for a second there. Tā hoki mai nei ki te tākaro I tēnei wā. Tika hoki tai pēnei me Elm Christian School made a bit of a comeback here, and as we continue to state, you know, the game of runs, and currently Elm Christian School are on their mini run, playing that 2-3 zone, and that's what you want. You want to get a flash high. Oops, they've run out of time on the shot clock. So coach killer that one, you've got to always be aware of that shot clock.
In that game we got to call earlier with Huanui College, what a game of runs that was. And we might have something similar to that on the cards here, potentially, Zip. Could have a spectacle here to end the day.
Oh, nice take straight down the lane.
Isaiah Dunn, he has really shouldered the load here late here in this first quarter for Elam Christian College. Big block there too, Jaden Chandra, but looks like he might have caught a bit of the body there of Hakaraya Hosking. You see the replay? Yeah, it's a bit of the back of the dome, I think. Not a lot in it, maybe, Zeb? You can tell from your facial expression.
Yeah, it's quite hard to see. You know, this game's pretty fast, and the angle that I was looking from, I was unable to see, but they're right down next to the place, so they would have seen it.
Oh, how GJ Gardner shirts our referees. They haven't missed much, if anything, so far these 2 days. Doing a phenomenal job. Done probing. What can they find here, Elam? It's a good looking shot from Chandra.
Aye, and a good shot to take there, wide open. Oh, speedy. Kicked out for the open free. Unlucky. Haere tonu ana. Ka kite pēr I koa nei, he kupinga hao, karekau, kei te haere tonu, a half-court pressure there, employed by Hato Paura to slowing down the game, but the Christian College were definitely up to it and scored quickly off that one.
Yeah, Donovan Rickling there. The two-pointer. And we've got a tie ball game here in this one. And I've noticed with Hato Paura, it seems like a real message that has been put through the coach. They're going to play with pace, and that's a great time.
Aye.
The big fella, Tim Mana Anapu, the recipient there, found himself open. Finishes.
Oh, soft foul there. Another one of those soft fouls in that situation. You really want to make sure that you either block the shot or don't give him room or opportunity to be able to put that shot up. So you really want to put him on his kumu.
It was a tough one for Chandra. He said it's once you start getting around that sort of above the neck and shoulders, that head region, even just those taps, it's quite evident. Like it's the referees ain't missing that one. If you're around in the lower body or sometimes those can be missed. Oh yeah, once you start getting around the head, it's quite a visual thing, and our referees won't miss that. But you're right, not a lot of contact.
Baseline drive here, nice move, and the cut down the middle was another option if you saw that. Nevertheless, he didn't need that option. From about 6, so not too bad.
It's been an exciting first quarter, Zeb. Ebbs, flows, ups, downs. Oh, that was, you couldn't be any further in the corner, and didn't he enjoy that one? Joshua Priest.
Difficult shot that was. He didn't have the angle, it wasn't in his favour, but they're up now. Here we go again. Ooh, in and out. Haere tonu ana, kaore kore, karero mā, Elm Christian School, te tuku whakamutunga. Hore kei te whakaro hea, he aha, te rautaki. Haere mai ana te taupare, here comes the screen.
Chandra, been electric so far here in this one for Elam. Half-court heave. That could have won the Footlocker voucher if that went down. We've seen that so far in this tournament. I don't know if you checked out the BBNZ socials. I've checked out the gram, and Footlocker putting on a bit of a halftime voucher.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's been interesting to see. I don't know what time it happens, though. I'll try and find my way down there if possible. But, hey, first quarter, that was great. Hato Paura got off to a bit of a lead there, but Elam Christian College has pulled it back, and Elam have the lead here. Zeb, what have you liked so far in that first quarter?
Yeah, it's been back and forth. Few shots on the outside from Hato Paura, and likewise Elm Christian College. You know, they're sticking around and obviously taking the lead now, as we see. It's going to make for a good one, I hope, and a close one right to the end. That's what we hope, because that's what we like to see. And people at home, ngā kaitautoko I te kāinga, o tēnā kapa kari te paku hehea kia pērātia. Although the supporters at home don't want to see a close game, it's definitely a lot more exciting to watch.
Yeah, you're right. As a neutral spectator, you'd love to those games that you can call down to the wire. even those overtime games. I mean, I don't know if too many people want overtime tonight, Zeb. Yeah. We're burning that late night candle, but two people that have really impressed me so far on the Hatu Paora College side, Hakarai Hosking, for me, he pushes the ball at a very high tempo, a couple of tough finishes around the basket. And on the other side of things for Elam Christian College, Isaiah Dunn, doing a bit of everything. Kuriwhiwhi Toru takes it inside as well. Those two in particular, great battles. Is there anyone else that stood out for you so far on this one?
If I think of Hatu Paora, Tahi Taiwa, Namatahi. You know, he's pushing the pace, which is good to see. We don't want a walk-up dribble style game, but we want to see some exciting stuff happening out here. Although it might be hard at, you know, this late at night, but I'm sure these rangatahi up for it.
Yeah, I believe if you've got your learner's license, you can't drive after 10. So some of these young men, I hope they've got the... I tell you what, I've seen there's so many of these amazing school vans outside. They're taking up 2 parks each, but hey, we won't throw them under the bus for that. But yeah, it's good to see some of the transport that some of these teams have. Yeah. It's pretty fancy.
They are like buses, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, they seat about 16 people, but they move like a car.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. And if you're going to drive some of the distances that some of these schools have to do, you definitely want to do it in as much comfort as possible. So let's get underway here in the second quarter. What have we got in store for us, Zeb? I'm excited to see what's in the kete here for both of these teams.
Yeah, we'll see if there's any adjustments made by either of these coaches. We're called here for a foul, number 14, Nathaniel Lambert, pleading his case to the jury. However, he's been found guilty.
Now, back-to-back games. I haven't had a chance myself to get any kai into the body, but what I am feeding off is the energy there from the Elam bench. They were up and at it, and they were enjoying every part of that from Chandra.
And you're going to need that from the bench because although they're on the bench, they still have a part to play. I roto I tēnei tākaro, me aki, me hūroa, mai te taha, hei aki I ngā hoa kai te papa e tākaro ana. So here we see now this young man again playing with the ball. A little bit too much maybe.
That's a tough one too, as we see a jump ball there, but when you bring the ball down, once you get into as we see the replay here, those guards are absolutely begging you to bring the ball down, bring it down to their height, their level.
Tika. And as you saw in that replay, there were 4 people, players on Elm Christian College involved in that play surrounding Tahi Taiwa.
He likes to use that shoulder to try and gauge a bit of separation there, Donovan Reckling. Not reckless with the shoulder, definitely knows what he's doing. It creates a bit of space, but it doesn't, it's nothing untowards or an offensive foul. So he seems to have mastered that. Saw a nice spin move there from Nathaniel Lambert, just unlucky not to finish.
From the outside.
Feeling it, Donovan Reckling.
Nice little bounce pass inside there, and he reaps the benefits of that assist.
Yeah, I don't know if he does sewing in his spare time, but a needle was thread there. That was a great dime. Not afraid to let it fly, either of these teams.
No, and it was a good-looking shot too, but just hit the back rim.
Yeah, Gaius Christie, getting that Kuriwhiwhi Toru attempt.
Great defense there by Jaden, blocking that shot, or making it hard rather.
See what Gaius has here as he kicks it to the corner. Ball on the floor. Foul called, a huddle on the floor.
Pai tēnā nekehanga. A bit of a jab fake to the middle and then took the baseline. going past his defender and then the defender committing the foul. So baseline ball. Let's see what they conjure up here. They should have some sort of play under their belt that they've been working on. And as you see, screens coming up and cutting down the middle.
That was the big fella there. Te Mana Anapu, the big, give me that. And it's your guy again. Hakaraia Hosking.
Smooth.
And that has tied the game at 24 apiece. Chandra trying to make one of his signature dives to the hoop.
Good looking 3-point shot there. Didn't get the result he wanted, but he should keep shooting that. That's the place the ball, that's where you want the ball, but maybe in the middle of the free throw line there. You know, you want to offset the zone in those gaps.
Great effort there from Blair Cornwell just to wrap the ball up and be able to hold on. Bit of one of those balls that you can see at some of the bars around the Motu. You're on the bull ride. He held on there, Blair Cornwell. Got the turnover, and that's helped his team there get that position, and they take a 26-24 lead early.
Nice little cut back door there by Donovan to get that score with a great pass. And here we see again Tahi Taiwa.
Again, Tahi Taiwa. He is athletic. Now, that is a tough finish. Had the ball on the right, took it over to the left. Ambidextrous. Skill set, impressive.
It's ko ki tau e hoi nui ngā pukenga o enei tama. What's going on here? Nothing doing. Mai waho. Te tūrapa ka mau.
Cornwell is again the big throwdown to Ahi Taiwa Hakaraia Hosking. A big two-hander. Zeb, that's one of my favourite plays so far over this 2 days.
Well, it has been, hasn't it? We haven't seen too much of that of late. Another drive to the lane. Unfortunately, just rushed it at the end there. Maybe used the backboard.
Sometimes a bit of space is needed to throw it down, but Te Ahi Taiwa didn't need much room there. And that could be a big momentum play as well, not just a huge play on the scoreboard. Zeb, it's just the fact you see that, as we see here, the replay, the seas parted, and Te Ahi Taiwa. Ooh.
Inspiring for his teammates to see something like that, and it amps them up.
And it's resulted in a waiheke being called as well. We talked about as well the coach Tamarangi Hapango and then assistant coach Matangarei Hapango. And we know Matangarei, he was quite prolific in the NBL scene, as you alluded to just off air. A good coaching staff here, bit of experience.
Yeah, so they got some good experience in that, as you just said. Tō Mairangi himself has really been a student of the game over the recent years and really been keen to learn a lot about this game. And his brother obviously played NBL. He's won a championship himself in the A grade. With Manukura a few years back now, and then he also made the top 4 when he played for Palmerston North Boys High School at one stage there in the AA. Actually, I think it was the year that they lost on the buzzer, the national championship.
Ooh, tough way to
lose. On the buzzer from a three-quarter court shot. They were up by 2 against...
Was that Rosmini?
Rangitoto.
Rangitoto, that's it.
No, not Ricky Strava. Who was the coach? He played for the Auckland Stars for many years. I forget his name. American guy.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly who you're talking. Kenny Stone.
Kenny Stone. Yep. And his son hit the winning shot.
Yes.
And
you took me back there in memory lane. I remember watching that live.
Yeah, I was calling that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And,
how was that?
Tō Mairangi was playing. Sorry, not Tō Mairangi, Mātangire, the assistant coach there for Hatu Paura. I was, karoha to the boys of Palmerston North boys in that time. The game was in their hands. Hoi anō, MāORI tātou ki tēnei kēmu, ko whai piro anō ki te kapo Hatu Paura, nā hamuera, ka hoki rawa mai anō te kapo Elm Christian School. No reira me matara te kapa o Hatu Paura, kia hoki rawa ake ki te taha ārai.
Just when Edom needed a basket there, Jaden Chandra answers the call. Hatu Paura just put their foot on the accelerator a bit there and took the lead and went out to 33-26. Chandra, they're able to stem the flow, get us up to 28. And again, Elam Manawa with a chance to cut into it again.
Taku whakapāha, koro ngā kineo I taku hua a Greg, e whakahua ni tēnei ingoa a Elam, and I've been saying Elm, so my apologies.
I was trying to I don't want to say it, be too obvious with it, but I was like, I'm sure the great folks at Elam will be like, hey, you've recognised and we're all good moving forwards. But you'll see under the scoreboard, it says it's a time to shine. And I tell you what, the number 7 for Elam Christian College is shining bright. In particular,
that he is.
Lambert too as well. I know that Te Ahi Taiwa has been a real focal point and a name that we've mentioned often, but it's this young man too, Lambert. Some big contributions for Hatu Paura.
With a surname like that, you would expect big things because both his, well, assuming he's from that whānau, and he probably is because it's a small world, the Māori world. Nō reira, e whanaunga tērā ki a Shane, rāo ko Stacey, rāo tahi, he toki I roti tēnei tākoro. Hoi anō me hoki mai ki tēnei kēmu, setting a trap there at halfway. Great challenge. They need to secure those rebounds.
I believe it's you that is quite saying, the rebounding battle. I think Toby said that had quite a good quote when it comes to that stuff. I can't remember if it was either yourself or Jackson, but there's a good one about rebounding and how important it is to rebound.
Tika, quote tērā, nāku tēnā koro, e haris mea nāku. But it's not my own quotes, but it comes from a man who will ring a bell to the basketball heads out there, Pat Riley, who said, no rebounds, no rings. Rings in terms of winning championships, because when you think about rebounding, it's the last line of defense. If you can't secure your own rebounds, then they're going to keep scoring. So, great pass.
Te Ahi Taiwa wanted to throw that one down. Did you see the extension with the one hand? Oh my, we could have been witness to a baptism there.
Couldn't hoop the alley. Ko karanga wā taupua e tō Mairangi.
See the replay here. Throwing it up. Wow, just even to attempt that is an athletic move in its own.
Sort of, the pass wasn't really on point. He sort of passed it behind him. If he'd have passed it more to the rim, would have been an easy catch and probably would have been able to oop that alley.
Sportswomanship, I don't know if that's the term. However, the tāne and the wahine, the game has been played in amazing spirit.
And as you saw in that particular cut there, it could have been to his own detriment by helping him up, because if you leave him on the ground, then they're outnumbered. So, you got to really think about other ways you can be a sportsman and actually exemplify what it is and what it means to be a good sportsman by the way you conduct yourself. You don't always have to pick someone up, but I definitely never encouraged it as a coach, but I'm not saying it's a bad thing if you do it. But
I like the wording there.
Nice take, straight down the middle.
Gaius Christie pushing the pace. Oh, he wanted the foul there, did Donovan Rickling. Tough one to see up here from our bird's eye view in the commentary box here at the lovely show court, Fly Palmy Arena. Palmerston North really turning it on.
Oh, great move. Big fella there, using his body well. Twinkle toes with the spin move.
Always looks so much better too when you see a big body like Anapu have that twinkle toes, the footwork and the soft touch.
They should probably feed him a little bit more because he's shown his ability. He's just got to see the ball and his man at the same time. We call it pointing the pistols. So he wasn't aware of where the ball was because he was just so focused on his own man. But you need to be able to, at all times, use that peripheral vision. Ka kite te horeri, e mau ni te paura me tō horeri anō hoki te wakotahi.
Yeah, you're right, head on a swivel. Sometimes easier said than done. Speaking of which, we've got Isaiah Dunn at the free throw. Oh, nice first shot there. We see a great camera shot here. And nothing but net again. 35-34, Hato Paura with the slenderest of advantages here. We're under 2 minutes, Zeb, here in the second quarter.
Tika ka mau, wai Mariana, ka puta te pauro, ia Elam Christian College, no rena ka mau tonu ki Hato Paura. Let's see what they come up with here. I'm sure Tō Mairangi has some set play here from the inbounds. But no, nothing of note. Hoi anō. Oh, bit of a forced shot there.
Oh, Lambert had a bit to say to the referee. See the replay. Yeah, and the referee just giving him a warning there. Zeb saying, hey, any more of that, and that's going to cost you a tech foul.
And that's great refereeing there, right? Because, you know, these boys and the testosterone levels that they have, you know, they're going to say something every now and then. And for that ref to be cool, calm, collected, knowing, oh, look at that move, floating.
And he just makes it look effortless. Te Ahi Taiwa, Hakaraya Hosking. A bright future on the cards, I'd say, for that young man.
I would say the same thing too. He needs to be picked up from some club.
And then this man as well. Unlucky there on that one, but Isaiah Dunn.
Here he is again. What can he do this time? He's screaming for a foul.
And that's what you don't want to get into, isn't it, Zeb, is when you're starting to have those corridors with the referee. I know, you know, sometimes you might have gotten a tap, but they're not going to call everything. Keep playing.
Tika tai, play through it. Easier said than done.
Huge pakete, kuruwhiwhi toru there from Gaius Christie. And gives Hato Paura opportunity here to hold it for the last shot. You would imagine not a huge difference between shot and game clock, Zeb.
Carl, so, I mean, they ended up with a good shot, but maybe a little bit premature. Maybe should use the clock a little bit more. And now they find that ko whakawhiti he te Pauro, ko karanga here. He whakawhitinga, no reira kei te kuhu mai ki te tākaro. Lucas Morks. Let's see what they come up with here. I'm assuming he's a defensive player, no, a shooter, sorry. So he might actually end up with a shot.
The way Gaius Christie just nailed that last kuruwhiwhi toru, wouldn't mind seeing him get another one up. Pressured out of it though, and a great take. Wow. Just at the end of play there. A lot of action, and that was Joshua Price rewarded for pushing the pace. And I tell you what should have been the last shot, you would imagine for Hato Paura, You know, just a quick shot that led to a turnover, and now it's going to be Elam Christian College with an opportunity, Zeb, to go up by potentially 2 points, depending on what this young man can do at the free throw line.
Ka tika hoki e hoa. You nailed it. What should have been a last shot at the other end, with Hatopaura finishing off with the ball in hand, teeing this quarter out, now is looking at 2 points, maybe one, for this team here. So knowing time and clock, context, they need to learn from that and actually be a bit more wise with their shot selection. But look at this. He got that shot up in time, unfortunate on the outcome. Nevertheless, e te whānau, ko tātu rā tātou ki te wehenga, ki te hawhe, ki te whakatāanga tuatahi, tuarua mo taku he, no reira kia mau tonu mai.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you. We're going to go once. We're going twice. And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
Girls are twice as likely to drop out of sport. That's why 2 Degrees is committed to fighting for fair for women and girls in sport at every level. Get your Support Her merch and keep her in the game.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in it. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
Hey, sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
It's time for action. We are working to reduce the impacts of climate change, side by side, with nature, with each other, through research, investment, and practical innovation. Because nature is not a resource, it's a collaborator. Nativa, leading with nature.
My dad, he wanted somewhere so for all the whānau that were out streets, had somewhere to come home to, and they could call it their own. And so hence the journey of Takahanga Marae began.
Tēnā nō rā koutou e te motu, ko hoki mai nei ki tēnei tākaro I Wainganui, e nei kāre te rua, ara ko Hatopaura, rāo ko Elam Christian College. I tēnei wā nei, kei mua te ihu o Elam Christian College, ko tahi te pointer, anake, kei Wainganui. We saw at the start of this game, Hatopaura started out with a hiss and a roar, and we sort of could, you know, sort of under the impression that they might carry on like that, but as we've seen, Elam Christian College persist and come back into this game, and now they lead.
And didn't they do a great job, both these sides here, in the first half. We saw an extremely impressive highlight from Te Ahitaiwa Hakaraya Hosking, threw down a big jam for his Hātou Paora College. And on the other side of things, Isaiah Dunn, as well as seeing some really good contributions as well from Gaius Christie and Joshua Priest, and also who was Donovan Reckling, that's the one. Those names for Elam Christian College, but Nathaniel Lambert as well on the other side of things with Hātou Paora College. I think, Zeb, we're in for an exciting second half if it's anything like the first half we just saw.
Yeah, that's right, for sure. And we'd love to see some more action from Te Ahitaiwa. Hopefully do the same and give them a few more dunks, hopefully, in this second half to get the excitement, ratchet that up a bit more and hype on his team. So, ka timata ia hato paora me te paoro ki te taha. Haere whakate māui ana I tēnei wā. So we'll see any adjustments that Tōmairangi might have made to help his team get the upper hand here.
Yeah, both these teams extremely well coached, drilled, skill set, fantastic. Big screen set by Anapu, and that allowed that space, created it. Could see it from up here, enjoyed every second of that as a big man myself. And also you, Zeb, that's what we enjoy seeing. Not all the action is necessarily where the ball is.
No, that's right. And that when that screen was set, he opened the lane up. So, he might not get any recognition in terms of points, but we call that a screen assist because without that screen, that gap wouldn't have been there. So, he deserves credit for that.
Reminded me of Raymond Cameron-esque. Not maybe height-wise the most, but he's a big body and he knows how to use it, create space.
Sakahoki. I know who you're talking about. I don't know the man personally, but I have seen him play and, top-level player.
Uncle Ray Ray.
Like his brother, his older brother, who we all know.
Yeah, I used to call them the fridge and the freezer guard. Well, I wouldn't guard. I would attempt to be with Pero Cameron, and then he would sub out, and then Ray would come in, and that was the freezer. So it was a tough ask. I thought, oh, blessings. Pero was off the court, and then Ray would come in and just as physical.
Playing with his food out front there. Nice little pull up from the free throw line, getting caught with the foul. That's one of the cardinal sins. You don't want to foul the jump shooter.
Exactly, and again, it's one of those ones we saw earlier, Zeb. I think it was just a knock to the back of the head, the swinging arm. You might see 2 to 3 weeks suspension in the NRL for one of those. It's just a slight knock on the back of the head. Again, couldn't have said it any better. The cardinal sin, fouling the jump shooter. Gaius, he's been impressive so far. Just as Hātou Paora was getting some momentum earlier, Gaius Christie had a big shot there to just quell that momentum. And Elam draw within one. Neither team getting out to a big lead at all in this one, Zeb.
Without hesitation there, Te Ahitaiwa shoots the long ball, mai wahorano, au wariake, whai hua, nā hoi anō. Taihua, ka kite ake pēr, I tōna Taihua, ko tukuna atu anō, ko whai tūrapa ki Hātou Paora, e haere ana ki ngā reihi. Mr. Lambert.
And that's a smart play from Lambert. He had the open shot, just said, hey, I can get a higher percentage look if I put the ball on the floor. And so, yeah, very smart play there from Lambert.
Good point. These kids that sometimes settle for those jump shots when they can get an easier shot, and that's exactly what he did. Here we see number 11 come back and answer Donovan.
Yeah, when you see a lot of the heroes, you might say, at the moment, Zeb, Steph Curry gets these kids shooting it from anywhere, so it's quite good to see that Lambert, head on his shoulders, knows, hey, put the ball on the floor, high percentages at the hoop, and again, high percentage both ways. Chandra, he's been impressive for Elam.
Ai, tika hoki tau.
He's been really disruptive, and again, right there on that play, had a few steals, he's been active hands, and disrupts what Hatu Paura was trying to get into there.
Kia light, kauru mai nei ki te kemu kua whakawhiti atu. A Morgan Patene e haere atu ana ki te noho ki te pai. Noho ai, whakatā ai, and as we see again, tērā a mahi nana kia, a Hamuera Harding wā.
Yeah, Hamuera, deft touch there. Kuru Fifi Toru. On just point from Chandra.
Tika, and just killed that momentum that they started to get Hatu Paura. Bit of a dagger, if you like, just to stem the flow.
And same man again, Hamuera. They're pushing the pace. Again, forcing the referees to make a call. Blow the whistle. The hara committed. First one looked effortless. And the second one did too. I don't think the tapa was even touched there on either of those.
Oh, kupinga kau, nothing but net. Hammer and a man here, Hatu Paura. Cuts down the middle. Oh, nice steal there, Mr. Lambert. He needs to keep his head up and see his open man. Goes in for the what looked like to be an attempt at a dunk, but had to adjust the shot. Nice finish in the end there by Ahitaiwa.
Tell you what, I think Te Ahitaiwa definitely knows that this game is being broadcast. He's looking to throw down any opportunity or attack the hoop relentlessly. So potentially some more highlights to come here in this one.
And here he goes again, right to the cup. Unstoppable.
Just slowed down that jump stop too, Zeb. Like, went with pace to the hoop and then just slowed down the jump stop. Great, like, speed control.
Exactly, changing pace. And it just gets your defender off guard a little bit there, because you move quickly and then you slow right down, and then it creates a little bit of a gap in distance in between yourself and the defender, and then you're open for a shot.
Yeah, sometimes you even get the defender jumping because you're moving with so much pace. You come to that halt and you look to throw it up. Yeah, really good talent on display here, and cutting to the hoop, or diving to the hoop, I should say, Joshua Priest.
Almost bailed out his mate. I'm not too sure what his mate was up to, but then he threw him at the last minute and assisted him.
Both these sides not afraid to push the pace.
Oh.
Looking for the foul there, it was done. Just getting a bit reckless here.
No hesitation.
Both sides. Chandra off for the Kuruwhiwhi Toru. Able to give Elam the lead back. A seesaw affair. Lambert.
Sort of rushing things offensively, both teams at the moment. Getting a little bit out of sync offensively and rushing their shots.
Yeah, you ain't from Russia, so why are you rushing? That's what I like to think.
But if you can get to the hoop at ease, well, then you might as well and pile the points on.
Isaiah Dunn, super crafty. And Hamuera just unable to convert. Oh, Dunn punches one home for Elam Christian College. That was a huge one-hander. I thought he just may have lost it, and then he was able to bring it back and throw it down. I can't wait for the replay. Zeb, take us through it if we do. Here we go.
Here we go. He finds him there on the break. Jumps up. No, he didn't. Yeah, I thought he lost it, but in that replay there, he sort of held on to that. Had control of it through the duration of from the jump. putting it through the hoop. And who was in vicinity? The same man on the opposite team who done one of his own dunks. Settling there, you know, when they start to settle in those three-point shots, it can be a sign sometimes of being a little bit tired, because getting to the hoop is a lot harder than actually shooting a free.
I'm not going to lie, I thought that came off Chandra. Both of the players there exchanging, hey, you know it was off you. He's saying, you know it was off you. And our referees making a good decision. 55 apiece, it could have gone either way.
Again, a quick shot. One and done. Come down, one pass, one shot. Now we find, and that was with 12 seconds still on the shot clock. So again, they just need to slow down, run the shot clock down a little bit and try and get a better shot. That was a good shot, but you want to try and find a great shot.
Yeah, this game's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm worried about when we get into the fourth, or even at the moment, how much is in the tank for these young men. And he says, Greg, don't worry about what we've got in the tank. That's a huge kuruwhiwhi toru. None other than Hamuera Haringva'a.
Nice little step back on that free. Fake there for a pull-up, I like that.
And if Chandra had just stayed in the vicinity that he was in, tell you what, Joshua Priestley did enough there to knock that ball free. But we will see the ball be retained by Elam. 58-55. 3 minutes left here in the third. Happy to be here with you, Zeb, and we've had a couple of good games today, my friend.
Kia ora hoa, and Ma'ORI. Good calling the game with you, someone of your experience. Oh, look at that, downtown, tying it up. So there's little difference between these two teams at the moment. Obviously the score reflecting that, but the intensity and the ability to make shots. Here we go. What are we going to do here? Looking up. Finds himself wide open for the free.
Yeah, Chandra, not one of the players that you want to see left open if you are Hatu Paora College. He's made some big baskets so far in this one. Body's hitting the floor, as you see a replay here. It was the big kuruwhiwhi toru earlier from Donovan Reckling.
Kei te tohe atu te kaiako o Elam ki te kai wawau tēnei wā. E wero atu ana i te karanga ka tahi anō, ka karanga he i te kai wawau. Hoi anō e hara tonu ana te kēmu i te pau tūtei, e whakarite ana te taha whai piro mo hato paura. E me atu ana tahi tauwa ki tano haere atu kei au. And he delivers.
Give me the saying again, the nothing but net. I need to hear it.
Kupinga kau.
By the time I leave this week, that is going to be my new... I pledge to learn that in the reo.
Kupinga kau. So there's a number of ways of saying it, but that's the way I say it. Kupinga kau, nothing but net.
Hamuera, tough left-hand finish. And Hatu Paora, 5 points.
Oh,
here we
steal.
go.
Great pass.
Off the backboard, off the backboard. Oh.
Yes. I thought he was going to reward Tahi Taiwa.
Hamuera, and don't they enjoy that? Hatu Paora College. Probably one of the biggest deficits we've actually seen in this game, and it's only 8. But in the grand scheme of things, that is huge. I'll tell you what, probably a timely wahiki there from Elam.
Tika hoki tau, Greg, and we see, you know, this game of basketball, that little run there, and they're ahead 8 in the space of around probably 30 seconds to a minute. As you see here, the replay on the fast break.
Hamuera has been super impressive. Talent immense, both sides. And the momentum killer is usually, it's the aim, really, isn't it, of a wahike, just to break that momentum and give the chance for Elam in particular just to sit down and have a bit of a korero. Gives us a chance as well also to talk about the Baileys Altogether Better Award. The Baileys are excited to offer your schools the chance to win a $200 travel voucher to assist with the cost of attending the secondary schools nationals. To enter, head to the BBNZ Instagram page, find the Win with Baileys post and comment telling us why your team is #AllTogetherBetter. Entries close 11:59 p.m. Wednesday, 2nd of October.
You see a high screen up top. And here we go again, trying to work off that. Finding his man in the corner there, returning the pass. Great cut baseline, nice find there, excellent assist. Mr. Christie.
Yeah, and if Coach Ruben Dunn, that was in the playbook. Kudos to the coach, because that was a great play for Elam. Oh!
Ooh,
he is just begging to get a little open lane to get to the rim. Te Ahi Taiwa. And I'm sure that's not going to be the last time we mention that name. Moving forward with Poitakohu, New Zealand, and the ball has been tied up. Jump ball. Possession arrow in the way of Hato Paura. And when it rains, it pours. Zeb.
Tukahuki tau e hoa. Toru tukau mātai he kona ira. Rima kai te toi I roto I tēnei wāhanga. No reira me koi a Hato Paura, me ako I tērā o tērā atu wāhanga, I tere tā rātou tuku, but they might go for a 2-for-1 here, who knows? They're probably too late now, actually.
Lambert just able to give it an extra elevation than some of these Elam players. Just a bit of fresh air up there for Lambert, not too troubled. Lovely finish too.
Nice defense there, anticipating that shot. He jumped early and blocked it. Way to finish out the quarter there for Te Taiwa. Doing it on both ends of the court, finishing off their half there with a block. Sorry, their quarter.
Hato Paura, you see the jerseys. You don't even need a towel. You can just get the jerseys out, start waving that. They are enjoying every bit of that Hato Paura, and they want to take that momentum going into the fourth. If you're Elam, though, what are you saying to your troops?
Good question.
I'd like to put you on the spot.
No, thank you. But it's it's quite late, and I'm here calling this game, and I guess probably go back to what was working for them early on, and finding success where they've found success previously. But there's a lot of time. 10 minutes left of a 10-point, so that's only 1 point a quarter they've got to make up. But obviously they can do more than that. Get a few stops and look at attacking down the lane, because the defense of Hato Paura is not the best, even though it's not too bad, but there's a few cracks in the chinks in the armour there that they can exploit. So let's see a little bit more penetration.
Yeah, I feel like Hato Paura, their offense, they're getting that. They're pushing the ball up court, and it's a very quick transition sort of style that they have there, and they're getting that rebound, bringing it down, looking for they're almost that first pass is getting them to half court almost, and they've got so much of the shot clock to work with. So it's quite an interesting two sort of different maybe styles of play that we're seeing here. And Hato Paura 69 plays Elam Christian College 60, and they might need some magic from the likes of Isaiah Dunn. Elam, he's been very impressive. He's been ably assisted by the likes of Gaius Christie, Donovan Reckling, Joshua Priest making some plays. But it's really been the Te Ahi Taiwa show for Hato Paura. Seen some big contributions from Nathaniel Lambert as well. Timana Anapu, mentioned that name quite a few times.
Hamuera Haringva, and yeah, you're right. I think with the players of Hato Paura, they've got a bit of an advantage there in terms of their athleticism. So continue on with scoring in the break, getting out in transition, and getting those easy baskets. It comes natural to players like Tahi Taiwa and the like. Mr. Lambert, nice and long, fit, strong, as we see, still here. Oh, nearly saved that off the backboard with that pass, unfortunately though. Bit of a turnover, and here we see now Elam Christian College almost bailed out there, but tapped from behind and lost the ball as a result, as we see.
I like that off the glass. I don't know what you call that. I've seen Mark Nawangatiawase in the NRL for the Roosters throw behind the bars like that. Yeah, I've never seen one thrown off the back and then off the glass and sort of stayed in play. That's a first for me.
Yeah, I don't know what you call that either. I mean, he tried his best to save it. The initial pass to him wasn't the greatest, but he done what he could. And here we go again, not quite. But they're always in the passing lanes. You know, this team, long arms, athletic, poking the ball away as we see again. And here they go. What are we going to see here?
We were on there. It wasn't Guy Fawkes, but we were about to see some fireworks, I tell you what.
Nice little fake move there. Draws the foul on number 9. I believe Arepa Ford Karaitiana Jennings, guilty of that foul. So they'll find themselves with the ball on the baseline and probably have a set move here. Maybe not to score, but just something to get the ball in.
Yeah, look to go for something they've drawn up a lot. Bruce under the hoop. They quickly converge on him. Hatu Polder asking how long, ref. Only be in the key for less than 3 seconds, and it's that man, done. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. I need him to go from Clark Kent to Superman here in this one, too.
They might do, as number 3, Hamuera Harding Va, draws the foul, and we'll see him go to the line with 2 shots.
Yeah, the hard way there for Harding Va. Not afraid of the contact.
Ka roha, ka kore, i aro, te tuku tuatahi. Hoi anō, wai Mariana e rua ngā mea māna, hei whakatiki tērā hapanga āna. Ai, kua u.
Let's see what Elam Christian College has in store for us. The lungs will be burning. Zeb, I know we've still got 8.5 minutes left in the fourth, but this game's been played at such a high pace.
Here we go. The most athletic man in the gym at the moment, Tahi Taiwa.
I thought you were going to say me for a second there, but you know, definitely Tahi Taiwa.
Oh, nice take.
Yeah, guys, Christie. I swear, whenever Elam Christian College has needed a bucket, guys, Christie has answered the call.
Sikokuto, a bit of a quiet achiever out there, isn't he? Helping his team on the comeback. And here we go again, looking inside. Ball stolen. Oh, foul called. Unlucky.
I thought Elam there taking a page out of Hatu Polder College's playbook and getting a hand, sort of being disruptive on defense there. Something that Hatu Polder's really done well so far in this game is to just deflect passes and create a bit of havoc there. When it can be that disruptive, it can cause a bit of confusion, but a irritation as well.
Seka, and he nails the free from the outside there.
It was Price. And the Price was right on that one. No, sorry, that was the other team.
Oh, lucky. His own teammate helped him out there. He almost lost that ball. Slow it down.
Yeah, the two-upper there, sending multiple bodies to the hoop.
Oh.
Again, that man you have mentioned so many times this evening, Hamuera Harding Va'a. in and out, but it's those disruptive hands yet again. Active Arepa forward, Karitaina Jennings. Sorry, Karitiana Jennings. Excuse my reo there.
Out the boy.
Up and in defence there.
Aye, nice move to elude his man with the pull-up.
Shaquille Light there was putting a bit of pressure, but that first step shown by Donovan Rickling. And that's what you and I love to see, the big fella up there calling the plays. Anapu.
Oh, nice little find there inside. Nice cut there by number 5.
Yes, Shaquille.
Needs to finish that.
Called him Anapu just before as well. That was Shaquille Light.
If he pushes this ball here, they have an advantage, but a bit casual on that one there. He was in two minds. Wasn't too sure what he wanted to do there.
Hasn't done much wrong, really, if anything, tonight. Done, but he said, yeah, just left that one short. A big kudu fifi too. Not afraid at all, Donovan Rickling. He must have that in the kete and make that other high percentage.
And here we go. Unadvised, I would say that shot was. Currently they're ahead comfortably and just starting to rush things now. I think they need to use the clock as their friend.
That was a tough one there. Price sort of got up, thought he wasn't going to get the foul call, so looked to kick it to the corner, but ended up then getting the whistle. So whenever you hear the whistle, obviously you talk to them, just at least throw it at the hoop. Something might go your way, but the whistle coming after he just thought he wasn't going to get it, kicked it to the corner. A matter of milliseconds there between a decision that is made. But again, we'll see him. Looks like we'll go to. They're going to say that's free throws, or are they saying that's? No. Obviously, as he made the pass, not considered an act of shooting. Whereas if he'd thrown it at the hoop, potentially they could have been at the free throw line. So there he is. That's the done we've come to know so far in this one.
So just to go back to what I was talking about before, time and score. Got to be aware of time and score and not rushing your shot selection or shooting it too early, because hato paura I tēnei wānei e mauana I te mauri me ki o tēnei tākaro, kei mua e haere ana, o tira I tino tere tā rātou tuku I tērā atu tukuna. So just be aware of that, and this is what you call thinking the game. You've got to be aware, conscious around time and score. So an area there maybe to reflect on. Hoi anō, haere tonu wana te tākaro nei.
Hamuera just hit the back of the tapa there, and the ball sort of just died, Zeb, and goes through the hoop. And it's that man again, and one! Hamuera.
Hamuera haring wā, doing it the hard way, as we see again the replay, and one, counts it.
And at this point in the game, points tough to come by. And so, and one, even again, talking about the momentum that we've talked about throughout over the last 2 days. It's just one of those plays where you see your teammate and you just vilifies you. The Wairoa is strong.
Nice find there. The open man. Nothing but net. What was our word? Nothing but net.
Oh, you put me on the spot. I'm going to get it written down. I'm going to research it. Hit me with it though, please.
Kupinga kau.
Kupinga kau.
Kupinga meaning net. Kau, in this case, means, nothing but. That can be the interpretation in that context.
And that's right, whānau. When you're Ngāti Palangi, there's nothing. You want to learn a bit more kupu, some te reo. I tell you what, we've got a couple of fantastic exponents. And my main man here, Zeb, and also Rangatira Toby. Fleming. Great to have you guys on board this year.
Tēnā koe e hoa, e pai te huki mai ki tēnei kaupapa, whakapāhoti ai tō tātou reo ke rangona e te motu i tēnei reo take o tātou o Aotearoa. Nei hoi anō ko karanga wā taupua, wā hiki rānei, kia kōrero rautaki atu anō rā ngā kaiako o ngā tahe e rua. And as we see the score, comfortably ahead at the moment, Tato Paura, and time is of the essence, kei te kaumātua haere te wā, so time is running out, and the pressure now is building and is sitting at the moment on Elam Christian College. So let's see what they come out of this timeout and do.
Now I know you and I, we've only got another 4 minutes 30 of game time ahead of us in this one. I can look over and I can see Tori and Jay, our phenomenal duo that are running the show here, and see them on their computers, and they'll be burning the midnight oil, I'm sure, late into the night. Yeah, the effortless, tireless work. It's just because the basketball stops, it doesn't mean the mahi behind the scenes stops. You know, we'll have our camera crew. They don't even worry about their beauty sleep. They'll be here nice and early tomorrow morning, getting all set up, ready to go. Blessed with the best, you would say, Zed?
Tika hoki tau e hoa, very professional in what they do, making it a seamless event that we see now, the product of this. And as we see, shot for free from the outside, unfortunate front rimming, maybe needs to use a bit more jump. Hato Paura don't hesitate to come down the other end and straight into the offense.
That's an interesting one, isn't it? Do you want to push or do you want to use the clock?
Yes, and that's a great question. I mean, because you don't want to go away from what got you here, and the style of Hato Paura is to get out and run and get quick, easy baskets. But at the same time, you still got to be aware of time and clock.
And Te Mana Anapu down the other end for Hato Paura. The nice little deft touch, but again, it's that man done. Hato Paura, sorry, for Elam Christian College. 9 points. 3 minutes 23 is an eternity on the game clock.
Yes, indeed. We have seen these scenarios play out time and time again, where these teams and behind come back and snatch the glory from the team who think that history has been made.
Time
already.
management, yeah, it's huge, isn't it? How do you go about this last 3 minutes 20? Sometimes if you push the pace early, turn over and don't score, that gives obviously more clock for Elam Christian to work with. If you use a lot of clock and then you don't really get into your offensive flow, that might also result in not getting a basket too. So both teams though, they've reached that foul limit. So any whistle that goes whānau, that's going to be free throws.
That's right. So it's about balancing that out and just playing what's in front of you, really. If you see a gap, you know, don't hesitate, but also being aware of time and score once again. As we see a foul being called here.
Lambert just got up and skied for that tūrapa. Brought it down, made it his own. And that seems to be quite a trademark play for him too.
Unfortunately, number 8 from Elam Christian College has received his 5th foul. So unfortunately, ka mātakitaki atu aia mai I te paina. So he'll be watching the rest of this game from the pine over there on the bench.
Yeah, Chandra, he's been instrumental for Elam Christian College, and that's a big loss for them. Both sides, offense and defense, Chandra's been, you know, contributing. So next man up mentality, isn't it?
Exactly it. And now we see the gap grow even further. I thought it should have been 81, but 82 up on the clock there versus 71. And a quick shot there taken, maybe a little bit too quick. That might come back to haunt them. As we see a screen coming over No. Well, Mr. Lambert, he's asking what's happening. So he comes and sets the screen and he rolls to the basket, leaving the lane wide open for his friend.
Around the back too, but around the world from Hamuera. He says, I know we're in Aotearoa, but I'll take us all around the world on that one.
Oh, nice pull up there, and the foul, and one.
Heckling.
So this might be the beginning of the comeback.
Call on the prescription, because that was just what the doctor ordered. Huge play from Reckling.
And Tahi Taiwa challenging there. Kare ki a I whakaroa, I hapa karekau.
If you're going to get back into this game, that's the exact way to do it. Unfortunate there, didn't make the free throw, but scored and gave his team an opportunity to add to that whilst the clock was stopped. And that's the most important thing right now for Elam Christian College.
Here we go, straight to the hoop. Athleticism galore. But I don't, oh, here we go. The score clock has changed now, so it's reflecting the actual live score. Looking up, here we see, what are we going to see? Another dunk there.
Oh, the exclamation mark!
I think that might be the last nail in the coffin, my friend.
Te Ahi Taiwa, take a bow.
Bit of seagulling on that one there. So, you know, looking, here comes the replay. Two-hand jam off a 2-foot jump. Ka pai hoki e hoa.
You don't get a better, more high percentage shot than the dunk. What is the could be word for replay, if you don't mind?
Tukurua.
Tukurua.
Aye, he rua being 2, so you can interpret that as replay there. Tukurua, a second shot at it.
I love it, man. I feel like I'm learning a lot of stuff as each day progresses. I've got the worst memory though. That's the only bad thing. Yeah. I'll probably say tomorrow, what's the word for replay, and they'll be just as excited. So, I don't know if you hear through the sounds of the game there, whānau at home, but Hātou Paora College ecstatic on the bench there. As great camera work as well, almost read my mind. Cut straight to the bench there of Hātou Paora.
So, mea katoa i Hātou Paora I tēnei kēmu. So if they come out victorious in this game, that means they'll be 4-0. And they'll be at the top of their pool. If they do lose, which is only highly unlikely at this stage, they'll need to rely on results from other pools to actually, I'm not sure, but that was the information I've received. Nevertheless, they're going to be
nice find. Lucky. From what I've seen though from this Elam Christian College, you know, just maybe a bit of bias because we've commentated their game, but I really do hope to see them, you know, feature later on. Hopefully results do go their way. But 4-0, I tell you what, Hātou Paora College looked like a 4-0 squad. Elam Christian College has gone with them the whole way. They've gone tit for tat. It was only sort of that brief passage of play that we saw that Hātou Paora College was really able to gain some separations in.
Yes, that's right. And here we see a three-pointer. That would be the nail in the coffin, I would think. 10-point discrepancy now.
Yeah, if there was some baking being done, that is the icing on the cake. And surprise, surprise, it was from none other than Te Ahi Taiwa, Hakaraya Hosking. And he's really stamped his authority on this one. I know we don't have an MVP type award that we would give out, but if you had a metaphorical MVP, you'd have to give it to that man, Te Ahi Taiwa. I think it'd be a no-brainer, wouldn't you say, except if that was an award that we did give out?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't challenge you on that one. He's, I'm not too sure about in terms of the score, how many points he's put on the board, but, you know, not only that, he's performed at both ends of the court, you know, had a couple of highlight plays, 2 dunks in the game, you know, he's easily gotten to the cup, and really been probably the difference. As we see, ko te kauti tēnei wā, e whitu pointer, te wehinga. And if I was to say, he, you know, maybe if he didn't play, you know, I'm not too sure if Hatapaora would come out on top in this game.
And both of these teams, you know, you look around, no one has really left. The crowd's still here, everyone's still heavily involved, enjoying this one. It's been a great game to call. Again, it's one of those ones where you and I, we come in, we may not know too much about what the players or what's happened or what's transpired, but it just gives you another chance to get so, you know, starstruck. You're in awe. Some of the plays that we've seen today, super impressive. Real athletes that are out there. And only 31 seconds left in this one.
And Elam Christian College, they're not giving up. They're fighting right to the end. It's only 7 points, and you know, anything can happen. But they've given a foul, and now number 5 for Hatapaora, Shaquille Lai, ko haere atu aia ki te rārangi wātea ki te tuku tītere e rua nei. I've said it before that the game is probably on ice, but you know, if they had have got a steal there as opposed to fouling and scored, then there would have only been 5 points with 29 seconds. Well, no, that didn't happen, and now we see what is unfolding.
Shaquille been quite the light, or the bright light off the bench for Hatapaora College. And time is winding down. We're under 20 seconds left here in this one. An 8-point deficit. Probably think just out of reach here for Elam Christian College, unless Jada or someone turns into Reggie Miller-esque. As Rickling gets one up.
But they haven't given up, have they? Te tero, kei te whawhai tonu, kei te whawhai tonu. Wā ke tonu. Kia mutu rā no tēnei kēmu, no reira ka mihi ki tēnei kapa o Elam Christian College. Tēnei waiaro e whakātu rea nei rātou. So big ups to Elam Christian College, fighting right to the end, not giving up, fighting for every last possession as we just saw, unfortunately giving away the foul.
That's just it. We haven't seen any teams, you know, sometimes we've even seen quite big deficits as well in the score. And just teams just still fighting like till the last second. You know, you're playing for the front of the jersey, not the back.
That's right.
School pride is huge.
And what my mate Greg is referring to is on the front of a singlet you often see an emblem, and on the back you have individual names. But in this case here, these teams don't have the individual names on the back. But a lot of schools do. And when you play for the front of the jersey, you're playing for your school. Nō reira e kare mā, tēnā koutou, I mā taki mai nei, I whakarongo mai nei ki a māo ko taku a Gregi tēnei pō, ko mutu te wāhi ki a māua, e mihi atu ana ki a koutou katoa, me whakaata Māori, e tautoko mai ni tēnei tōna mana, nō reira e tīwi, a pōpō, mā taki mai anō, ki au tonu mai tēnā koutou, kia ora tātou katoa.
This is an opportunity that we can't pass on.